Hi, everybody. Good Saturday night to you. Welcome to VypeFortBend.com coverage of Fort Bend ISD football, Fort Bend County football, and we got a good one tonight as the HIGHTOWER Hurricanes are taking on the Angleton Wildcats in a game that will go a long way to deciding who gets those 4 playoff spots out of the district, that being District 24, Class 5A, Division 1. No, I already said something wrong. It's District 10 out of Class 5A, Division 1. I'm Roger Smith. This is VypeFortBend.com, and this is the second part of our doubleheader, as earlier today we had the Marshall Buffs absolutely stampeding over Sharpstown by a score of 56-0. We know that this game is going to be much, much more competitive because that's just the kind of games that the HIGHTOWER Hurricanes play. They're coming off a huge win as they won 16-12 at Manville last week. So they are brimming with confidence about that. But on the other hand, Angleton has plenty of reasons to be confident as well. So we're going to bring you the Countdown to Kickoff show, and we'll first visit with Jason Britton of Angleton. VypeFortBend.com broadcasts of Fort Bend County High School sports, including this game between the HIGHTOWER Hurricanes and the Angleton Wildcats, brought to you by Xfinity, the future of awesome, by First Tire and Automotive. Make sure your vehicles are in shape for the fall. First Tire and Automotive has 4 great locations, including First Colony, Greatwood, Eldridge Road in Sugar Land, and Katy Cinco Ranch. All of those locations open Monday through Saturday. For the best prices on tires, go to firsttireandauto.com. By Nick's Italian Restaurant on FM 1464 in Sugar Land, just a few hundred feet north of Austin High School. At Nick's Italian Restaurant, their family gets bigger every time you stop by. By Archer Volkswagen on the southbound side of Highway 59, just inside the Sam Houston Tollway, open since 1956 and ready to serve you. You'll feel like family at Archer Volkswagen. By the Needville Insurance Agency, Bradley Stavanaugh and his team are your hometown trusted agents. Sure, Flo's funny, the gecko's cute, and a great animation and all, but they won't have the best rate for you, and you won't find the best insurance rate in your mailbox either. You will find it with the Needville Insurance Agency. Call 979-793-7411 or visit needvilleinsurance.com. And Office Depot in Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace, taking care of business every day. So VypeFortBend.com can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. We will step aside and be back with our pregame visit with Jason Britton, head coach of the Angleton Wildcats, when we continue on VypeFortBend.com.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything. For what life throws at you, at your kids.
Are they ready to study, research, write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes, extra restrictions apply.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Countdown to Kickoff show on Saturday night. It's a great battle between HIGHTOWER and Angleton, and it's time to talk to Jason Britton, the fourth-year head coach of the Wildcats, and you've got your team in here at 5-0. And tell me, really, what do you think? What kind of grades does your team deserve? 5-0 suggests A+. What would you say?
Yeah, we're excited about being 5-0, but being 5-0 and coming to this game, that's going to have no bearing on the outcome of the game, and so we're going to take it 1 week at a time, and we know we have a big challenge ahead of us. Have we had some success early in the year? Yeah, we have. Have we learned a lot? We have, but being 5-0 won't change the outcome of this game, and so we know we're going to have to show up and play to our ability.
I'm always interested to hear what coaches say, and I mean coaches at every level, from the very famous ones in professional football all the way down through middle school, and hear their philosophies. And it was the philosopher Bill Parcells who once said, "You are what your record says you are." I know that might be a little bit oversimplified, but Angleton has some great traditions, and you've had teams that have been 5-0 and gone deep into the playoffs before. So how excited are people in Angleton right now for your team?
Yeah, they're excited. Obviously, people like to win. Winning's fun, and the more you win, the more people follow you. And so that quote that came from the NFL. In the NFL, there's a lot more parity, and so a lot of times your record is a reflection of sometimes of the strength of your schedules. And in high school, that can be much different from year to year. I mean, you can have records that aren't great, and it's because you had an unbelievably difficult schedule. And we know we're in a really tough district. And so I don't look at other teams' records as an indication of how good they are. I look and judge them based on what I see on film, because I've played teams before that have really bad records and they're really good football teams, and I've played teams that have really good records and they're not very good football teams. So, but when we turn the film on of Hightower, they've got good football players at every position, and so we know that we're going to have to show up and play today.
We're talking with Jason Britton of Angleton on the Countdown to Kickoff show, and you mentioned the tough district, and you used the word parity. I guess in this particular district, you have extremely high quality parity, because when I think who should make the playoffs in the district, I'm thinking Angleton, Pato, Foster, Hightower, and Manville. And I may not be a smart man, but that's 5 teams and you only get 4 playoff spots. How would you describe this district to someone who's not familiar with it?
Right. Well, this is our second year in that realignment, and it kind of played out that way last year, and we were the odd man out. And we knew when you look at it, there are some really talented teams in our district. And so you just got to take it one game at a time. You better win the games you're supposed to win, and you got to find a way to scratch and claw and win a few that are supposed to be the tough matchups,
All right, I'll let you out of here on this particular question. I know that since you've been in the area for quite some time, both as an assistant and the head coach at Angleton, I know you're familiar with Cornelius Anthony because he was at Terry for such a long time. So does that give you any confidence that you might be able to figure out what he's going to do before he does it, or is that not part of the equation?
Well, I think his staff here and the staff he had at Terry are significantly different. They're running really different offenses, really different defenses, and so do we have some history together personality-wise? Yes, we do, but as far as the X's and O's, they're much different than they were at Terry.
All right, that's Jason Britton, head coach of Angleton. Thank you so much for being with us on the Countdown to Kickoff show, and good luck tonight.
Yes, sir, I appreciate you.
And we will continue on VypeFortBend.com.
Hi, this is Mariela
and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Welcome back to the Countdown to Kickoff show as we tick down to an important game for both Hightower and Angleton. And Cornelius Anthony, first-year head coach of the Hurricanes, has things going in a very nice direction. Coach Anthony, last week's win at Manville, 16-12. Describe it for us.
It was a defensive battle. Manville is a team that averages putting up 40 points a game, and so for Coach McNeil and the defensive staff and our defensive unit to be able to, hold them to just 12 points, it was a blessing. Also, big shout out and kudos to our special teams unit and Coach Carr, who is the special teams coordinator, who I thought did a phenomenal job with his unit, giving us kind of the edge on the special forces to, it's 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. Well, if you win 2 of those phases, then you should win the game. And so until our offense started clicking, special teams was holding it down. And then icing on the cake was, second half, our offense made Coach Coleman and his as the offensive coordinator and his staff made some awesome adjustments, and we started rolling and was able to score for the go-ahead touchdown and win in the end.
And as you were winning that 16-12 game, Rockwall Heath beat Rockwall High, or vice versa. The final score was 79-71 in overtime. I'm sure that was very exciting. They're 2 very good teams. They're both going to be in the playoffs. But after a while, I would just like to see a good balance of offense and defense. Did any of your guys have to spend extra time in the ice bath or whatever you need to do after one of those brutally defensive games?
Yes, I mean, whenever it's a defensive game like that, it's physical. It's physical, and Manville is a very physical team, and so, I'm sure they were banged up just as well as we were. So, great defensive battle between the 2 great teams. Hats off go to Coach Hall and his staff and his team. They're a phenomenal program. But, the win for us was, just one of the things that I feel like put Hightower on the map and let people know that we're a top-tier program as well in this Fort Bend, Houston area.
All right, and Fort Bend, Houston area, or the whole state of Texas, if you say Peyto, Hightower, Manville, Foster, and Angleton, that's 5 teams. Only 4 can make the playoffs. It's one of those districts of doom. So it's got to be huge getting that win on the road at Manville.
Yeah, it was huge, and so, like you said, we're in one of the toughest, if not the toughest district in the state, so every week matters. I tell my guys all the time my goal is to be 1-0. Tonight we have a tough, undefeated Angleton team, and so, right now our sights are taking care of business and being 1-0. Coach Britton does a great job with his program. They're very well coached. They're very solid, and they have a great athletic group. And so, the Hurricanes, we got home field advantage. I'm praying and believing that our crowd is going to help us, and we're going to, take care of business tonight and try to accomplish our goal of becoming and staying 1-0.
All right, one more question for you if you have time. This is something kind of fascinates me. It's a little bit of a mix of cultures because Fort Bend ISD is an 11-school ISD. It's mostly suburban, but there's some urban elements to it. And then you go up against a team like Angleton. It's a 1-school ISD in a fairly rural area. When it's not game time, do you ever kind of chat with someone like Coach Britton and maybe he compares what it's like to be where he is and you compare what it's like to be where you are?
No, we haven't actually had that type of conversation, but I can only imagine being in a one-horse town, where everything evolves and revolves around football and your program, and where they shut everything down to come to the football games on Friday or Saturday night. So, I can only imagine, but us city boys got some great support and know a little thing about football as well. So it's going to be a great matchup tonight.
No question about it. Great to talk to you, and really looking forward to it after calling a 56-0 game earlier today, where Marshall didn't have any trouble. They could have hopped on one foot and beaten Sharpstown. We expect this to be much more dramatic.
Yeah, this will be a very competitive matchup. Like I said, Angleton and Coach Britton, they have a phenomenal program, and it's our opportunity to continue to prove to everybody and show and demonstrate that, like I said, that we're here and we're here to stay, and we're a top-tier program, and that just get our just due, our earned respect. We got to earn that respect.
All right. So the Hightower Hurricanes look like the Raiders, the way they're dressed up for this game. Thank you, Cornelius Anthony. The countdown to kickoff show is over. We're ready to toss the coin and get this one going. It is Hightower against Angleton on VypeFortBend.com. Our coverage is brought to you by Xfinity, the future of awesome, by First Tire and Automotive, Nick's Italian Restaurant. Every time, well, wait a minute. I should say that their family gets bigger every time you stop by. The Needville Insurance Agency, they have the best rates for you. You got teenage drivers, you got preteens who are going to be driving in a few years. You got to keep that bill down. Go to Bradley Stavinaugh at the Needville Insurance Agency. And we're also brought to you by Archer Volkswagen. You will feel like family when you're there. Das Auto, it's the people's vehicle. Archer Volkswagen. And also Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace in Sugar Land. They take care of business every single day, so we can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. We'll be right back with the kickoff, Hightower and Angleton, right after this.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavinaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
The captains are in the middle of the field deciding who is going to get the football first. Angleton wearing their white jerseys with purple numerals, purple helmets with a big broad white stripe down the middle over the top, and the Angleton logo on either side, and the purple pants. And like I said during the countdown to kickoff show, Hightower kind of looks like the Raiders. They've got those gray pants, black jerseys with the gray numerals, just a little bit of the forest green outline and a few little forest green accents. So Hightower won the toss, but they defer, and they let Angleton decide whether they want to take the football or not, and the Wildcats will receive at the north end of Hall Stadium. So we think we're going to have a really good one going here tonight. Angleton has player names on the backs of their jerseys. How about that? That's one of those things that you tend to get when you play in an ISD where your high school is the only one. So everything is funneled toward the Angleton Wildcats if it's about high school football in Angleton. All of the resources, all of the spirit, all of the cookies that are made, all of the cheerleaders, outfits, everything, it is all one color, purple, with a little bit of silver, of course, thrown into it. So for the Hightower Hurricanes, it'll be Noe Guzman kicking off. Deep to receive for Angleton, you have Milek Woods. Also Elijah Simmons. And Carrion Bonayabi Goins. I think I'm just going to call him KBG. And if you're wondering about the temperature here, it's pretty comfortable here in Missouri City. 84 degrees and getting cooler every second. And here is the kickoff. Noe puts it into the air. It is deep all the way into the end zone. And Angleton is not going to bring it out. Carrion Bonayabi Goins takes a knee 1 yard deep in the end zone. And here we go. By the way, I like to describe as much as I possibly can so you feel like you're here. That's the main thing. By the way, there's a flag way back at the 40. I think maybe Hightower was offside and it's kickoff coverage. But what I was going to say is that when you have the one school ISD, one high school ISD, you have a bigger inflatable tunnel for the players to run through. And so what Angleton had, they have this thing that is as tall literally as the goalpost uprights. And it's a map of Texas with the face of a wildcat, and it says Purple Rain. And it is literally as tall as the goalpost. And so Hightower has a pretty nice inflatable tunnel. They have a white Hightower helmet that says LVH for the man for whom Hightower was named. And so it's good, but Angleton has the much bigger inflatable tunnel. And so they are here to pump you up. And we're going to kick it again. Sometimes the receiving team, when there's offsides on the kicking team, they would rather just add 5 yards to the return, or in this case, the touchback. But now we're going to kick it again. Noe Guzman, this time it does not get to the end zone, and KGB picks it up, and he comes across the 5 to 10, running into traffic. Now cuts back to the left. He may have something. Look out, 15, 20, near the sideline, got a blocker out in front, cutting back, 40-yard line, and down at the 42. Huge return by Karian Bonayabi-Goins. And they're fired up on the Angleton side. Nice little country drive from Angleton to get to Missouri City. So we are out in the sticks down Highway 6, and they're, I think, on Highway 288. You can also see that statue of Stephen F. Austin as you make that drive. And here we go, 1st and 10 from the 42 for Angleton with 11:45 to go in quarter number 1. We are just underway. Their quarterback is Caden Brooks, the 5'10 senior. Out of the spread formation, fakes the handoff, throws it quickly into the flat, got a completion, a short catch, and a gain of 4 yards out to the 46-yard line as he delivered it to Andre Rice. And Angleton playing at a quick pace as they go left to right here in the first quarter. The ball is on the right hash mark at their own 46-yard line. 2nd down and 6 to go. Now there's a quick pass over on the other side. Same receiver. 1st down across the 50 into Hightower territory at the 47 goes Andre Rice. And he's belted down on the play by Skylar Robinson of the Hightower Hurricanes. In fact, they gave Rice credit for getting to the 46-yard line. Caden Brooks takes the snap again. And this time he does hand it off, running left and finding absolutely nothing, Deshaun Thomas. And he was blown up out there by the numbers by Traylon Baloney, 6'2", 225-pound junior defensive end. 3 receivers on the right side of the pattern here. Caden Brooks directing traffic. Plenty of time on the play clock, still 22 seconds. Blitz look by the Hurricanes. Here they come. Fake handoff. Brooks keeps it. Running behind his running back, and he dropped the ball. Fumble on the rug. Bug on the rug, and it still belongs to the Angleton Wildcats. So I noticed that Brooks, just carrying the ball under his right arm like you would expect, and he reached out to the running back in front of him. That was Deshaun Thomas, to try and direct him, but somehow he lost the ball. But no harm done to Angleton. It's 3rd and 5. And Hightower again having the threatening look of the linebackers stepping up to the line. Play clock at 16. Brooks maybe changing the play. And here comes the blitz. They pick it up, and he throws, and he's got an incompletion. It was right on target. He hit Isaiah Williams right between the hands, and he tried to run with it before he had possession. It's going to be 4th and 5, and Angleton will punt. They bring on Sean Niebert. And if it's Niebert instead of Niebert, I apologize. I notice, however, that Sean he's a soccer player, obviously, because he wears shoes that are the same color as my mom's lime jello salad. Line of scrimmage is the 41-yard line, and there is the kick in the air, coming toward the near sideline, and it bounces outside the 10, and this is going to be great for Angleton. They down it inside the 5-yard line. Hustling on down there to get it, Sean St. Romain. So for the Hightower Hurricanes, the first possession is going to be a long way from the end zone. You've got 9:42 to go in quarter number 1. And they will spot it at the 4. And we'll see what they can do with Kendron Penson Jr. at quarterback. 1 running back behind him, 4 wide receivers in the pattern. And a sweep going to the left. Not much there, but great effort on the part of Jeremy Payne, and he takes it ahead for 3 yards. He started really wide and cut it back toward the hash marks. And so it'll be 2nd down and 7 from the Hightower 7. Hightower's got to be very careful and execute properly here. Payne is lined up in the end zone, but now Penson is under center. Man in motion, stops, turn around, give to Payne, and he's hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss of 1. Somehow, Hightower was unable to block Kai McGee, number 44. And that'll back it up, and now it's 3rd down and 7. You know, I mentioned that Stephen F. Austin statue, and I have some information for you about Stephen F. Austin, the university, in a moment. On 3rd down and 7, Penson looks at his left wrist. It is still Jeremy Payne lined up behind him as the single setback. Give it off to Payne. He's got blocking on the left side, and he gets out near the 15-yard line and dives across to the 16, and that is a first down. He picked up 9. Yes, that's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. So Hightower not having to worry so much about their own goalpost because it's a little more in the rear view mirror now as it's 1st and 10 from the 16. Penson drops back, swings it out there to Payne, and it was a little bit high. He reached up with his right hand but could not pull it in. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10 on defense for your Angleton Wildcats, Gabriel Alexander. James Green, my brother-in-law, is at NRG Stadium right now, and he wants me to know that Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks are leading the defending national champion Sam Houston State Bearcats 13-6 in the Battle of the Piney Woods. That game has gone to halftime. 2nd down and 10. Penson throws it out in the flat near the numbers. 1st down and more down the far sideline, and out of bounds goes Caleb Johnson. That is also a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. 19-yard gain, and they marked him out at the 35-yard line. Sunshine is coming over the back of the home stands here at Hall Stadium. It's in the eyes of some of the players on the field. Penson, fake handoff, throws it out in the left flat now, going side to side, and an effective gain as he got it to Caleb Davis. There are a lot of Calebs on this team. You got Caleb Davis, number 88, Caleb Johnson, number 1, and Caleb Douglas, number 4. That was an 8-yard pickup, and it's 2nd down and 2 yards to go. Penson now out of the spread formation. Takes the snap, fakes it to Payne, keeps it, goes over the right side, doesn't get much. It's a good effort, however. He was in a big duel with Austin Steen, who was kind of bulldogging him like one of those, teenagers who participates in the calf scramble at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, which I sure hope we get to see again soon. 3rd down and 1 for Hightower. This will be the 7th play of the drive, as Hightower goes from right to left. There goes Davis in motion. There goes Payne off the left side. First down, still going past midfield. 40, near sideline, 30, 25, 20, and pushed out just inside the 10. Hightower fans thought maybe he had made it to the end zone, but no worries. Hightower has a really great opportunity. He's marked out at the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from there. Jeremy Payne got just the seam that he needed. A great job by the Hightower Hurricanes offensive line on the left side, who just closed everything down, and he was literally running downhill because for drainage, there's kind of a crown in the middle of the playing surface here at Hall Stadium. Payne is still in there. He's not winded. He's ready to go again on 1st and goal from the 10. And they give it to him, going over left guard, hit near the line of scrimmage, but he bangs forward for a gain of 4 yards. Angleton's Jaden Allison brought him down. So this is turning out to be potentially a pretty impressive Archer Volkswagen scoring drive. Penson is standing in the backfield talking to Payne for a moment. Actually, correction, it's not Payne. They've brought in Frederick Hankins, a very powerful back, and they give it to Hankins. No, it's a fake. Pinson throws it in the flat, and it's a pass that's going to lose yardage back to the 9-yard line. That's a loss of 3 as he got it to Caleb Johnson. But Angleton was just all over it. Austin Steen on the tackle. He also had some help from Milik Woods. So now we got a big play here. 3rd down and goal from just inside the 9-yard line, and I think we're going to have an official's timeout for something, although what, I don't know. Now I do. It's some kind of equipment problem, evidently by one of the Hightower linemen. It is Jeremiah Swartz who has to leave for an equipment situation, maybe his chin strap, and he's replaced by Camden Fountain. And Camden, I believe, is going to have to snap the football. That's not an easy situation to just go in after you haven't been playing. See if he can execute and get it into Penson's hands and let him operate. 3rd down from the 9. There is Payne. Swing pass, cuts at the 5. A flag flies in as he goes into the end zone for a touchdown. Let's hold on and see what that's going to be about. I have a feeling it's going to be holding on the Hurricanes. Payne caught it between the numbers and the hash marks, and he quickly cut back a little bit more to the inside and then up the field, but here's what the official says. Okay, I think you heard that, but just in case you didn't, Caleb Davis is accused of an illegal block in the back, and they walk off that penalty, and the ball is now at the 18-yard line. And so you kind of have dual objectives for Hightower. Of course, you want to get it into the end zone in 3rd and goal from the 18, but you just want to make sure you don't take a sack or something else that would make it more difficult to attempt a field goal. It's still Jeremy Payne in there at running back. Penson sends a man in motion, now gives it to Payne. Big hole across the 10, inside the 5, still going, and dives to the 2. Now what will the Hurricanes do on 4th and goal from there? Touchdown saving tackle, Gabriel Alexander of the Angleton Wildcats. And I think we're going to see Hightower go for it on 4th and goal from the 2, ball on the left hash as they try to get into the north end zone and break this scoreless tie. 4:28 to go in quarter number 1. This is VypeFortBend.com. Blocking back up front, that is Dylan Sublett. And they give it to Payne. He's hit. He didn't make it. He lost a yard. Angleton's defense stands up strong, and at the bottom of the pile, making the first part of the play, probably the most important part, Kai McGee. And the Angleton fans have to be enthused to watch their defense come through so strong. And as we move through this first quarter, the shadows have crept, except for the very tallest one that comes over the center of the press box here on the home side. The rest of the shadows are reaching the far hash marks. Now Caden Brooks will operate in his own end zone with the line of scrimmage being the 3. Man in motion behind him. Fake handoff, there goes Brooks up the middle. Good running across the 10 to the 13. Beautiful hole opened up in front of him. That was Javori Harris, kind of an undersized offensive lineman, but executing perfectly to spring his quarterback, Brooks. Deshaun Thomas in the backfield. There's an extra blocking back in as it's 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line, or sorry, make that the 14-yard line. Brooks far sideline on target, and it is a catch at the 25-yard line, a pinpoint pass to Karian Bonayabi Goins. And that's a 1st down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. Clock stops as the play went out of bounds. 3:48 to go in quarter number 1. No score between Angleton and Hightower. Brooks fakes a handoff, throws far sideline and in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. Dillian McLaughlin simply dropped it near the sideline. Now I will say there's a possibility that Dillian I say Dillian. There's actually only one I in his name. So sorry, Dylan McLaughlin. And I'm going to give you a reason. Looking back, there is sun in the eyes of someone who was on that particular spot on the field. 2nd down and 10. Brooks in the spread. Double receivers over on the near side. He fakes a handoff, looks to the right. Now he's going to run it straight up the middle, 30, and slides down near the 32. He's short of the first down, and a flag comes in. They're going to get Hightower for an illegal hit, but I really don't think that they should. Sometimes if you're a defender, you simply can't stop. And the tackle was made by DeCamron Verrett, and I can see his parents sitting right down here in front of me, but unfortunately, and I think a little bit, though the officials do a great job, dang near all the time, I just don't know that the flag was warranted there, as they got Verrett for coming in, and they accuse him of one of those helmet-to-helmet hits. But, you know, you can't really lay back and hope the guy slides. But it is going to be a 15-yard penalty. That hurts. 3:32 to go in quarter number 1. Still no score between your Hightower Hurricanes and the Angleton Wildcats. The new line of scrimmage is the 47-yard line. And the clock starts rolling again. Brooks looked like he was calling for the snap. Now he steps up there, looks over at a couple of huge signs being held up by folks on the Angleton bench. Now he has the call that he needs. 3 receivers on the right side, single receiver to the left. Fake to Deshaun. Brooks rolls to his right, being harassed, trying to get free. Gets across the 45 and just picks up 1 yard to the 48-yard line. Coming up hard to force him was Robert Staten. Second down and 9 after the pickup of only 1. Single receiver on the near side for Angleton is Jordan Pickett. He's lined up across from Jalen Mendez. Brooks looks over at those signs. There are 3 signs now. On 2nd down and 9, gives it off. There goes Deshaun across the 50, makes a nice move outside the numbers and gets into Hightower territory, dropped by Verrett at the 48 of the Canes. That's a gain of 5, so it's going to be 3rd down and 4 still to go. If Angleton will stop playing so fast, I'll tell you what they've done so far to get to 5-0. It's fairly impressive. And they tend to score a lot of points. That's the thing that jumps out at you when you see their point totals. Hightower usually likes to keep the game low scoring and defensive. Okay, here we go. 3rd down and 4. Brooks fakes the handoff, gets it out of his hand quickly, got a completion inside the Hightower 40 to the 39 as he delivered it to that man again, Carrion Bonayabi Goins. That moves the sticks. It's a 1st down. Think of First Tyrant Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttyrantauto.com. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. As the clock gets down to 1.5 minutes left in quarter number 1, no one has scored yet on a very comfortable evening here at Hall Stadium. Both teams undefeated in district play. Brooks drops straight back. No harassment, but his pass is on target, yet goes in and out of the hands of KBG. I think I called him KGB earlier, and I didn't want to make anyone think that I think that number 9 for Angleton is a communist. I did not mean that. I just misplaced the G and the B. It's KBG. Yeah, that's right. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Another blitz look by the Canes. They often show that blitz look, and the backers don't actually come in. But we'll see what happens on 2nd down and 10. Brooks fakes a handoff, drops back, climbs up in the pocket, and he's tripped up. Sacked for a loss of 5. And it was the very strong arm of Cameron Bradford who reached out and tripped him up before he could run out of the scrum and make some yardage. So that'll set up a 3rd down and 15 for the Angleton Wildcats. Brooks with a little hand signal to his receiver, Jordan Pickett, who's lined up on the right side. He looks in Pickett's direction, sideline, back shoulder throw, and it's broken up incomplete. Beautiful play. Jalen Mendez did not let the big man use his size advantage or get past him. And on the comeback route, Mendez got his hand in there and batted the ball down. So it's going to be a punt situation for Angleton. The line of scrimmage is the 44-yard line of the Hightower Hurricanes. It's their sophomore punter, Sean Nibert. Good snap, no rush whatsoever. And it's a high spiraling kick, lots of hang time. And it's a fair catch called for and made at the 19-yard line by Mendez, and Hightower takes over with 28 seconds to go in quarter number 1. We'll step aside real quick and be back on VypeFortBend.com.
We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
Well, folks, sorry about that. We missed the first play. It was a successful one for Hightower as Penson fires a strike out in the flat and gets the completion to Zion Kearney. And that's a gain that takes it from the 19 to the 35. It's a 16-yard gain, and that's the end of the quarter. This time we will take a break and be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firstironauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Iron Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firstironauto.com.
Here we go, starting the second quarter. Penson hands it off up the middle, and a strong twisting run. Frederick Hankins carries it ahead for 11 yards and a first down at the 46-yard line. Make it the 45, but yes, it is a first down for the second consecutive play. And they continue to work the running game straight up the middle. Very powerful run as there's a scrum of humanity, some of it purple and white, some of it in black and gray. And it ends up being a gain of 5 yards, make it 6 to the 49-yard line of Angleton. So the Hurricanes ran one play at the end of the first quarter, and now here they are in the second quarter, moving from left to right in a scoreless game. Give to Payne, straight up the middle, bouncing off tacklers, keeps on going. And he picks up 9 and another first down. He takes it all the way to the 38. We will have played 1 minute of this second quarter when Hightower snaps it again. Single setback is Payne. Penson feeds him again, up the middle, breaks away, gets past one linebacker, but not the second one. Brought down by Elijah Walker. I have Elijah Walker listed on the roster as a wide receiver, but he's also a cornerback, so I said he was a linebacker and he came up from a corner spot. Second down and 4. Inside handoff, popping out, counter play. 25, 20, and near the sideline, breaking one more tackle and all the way into the end zone. Hightower scores. It's Andreas Missick-Dunkombe, and Andreas made the most of his first carry. Scanning the field, I don't see any flags, and it's a touchdown from 32 yards out. So Andreas Missick-Dunkombe, they started flow to the right and got it back to him. He had started in the slot on the right side of the formation. Then he headed left, and when he got the football, it completely fooled the Angleton defense. Now the kick up and good by Noe Guzman. And we'll be right back to tell you how long that drive was and how long it took. Roger Smith with you on VypeFortBend.com. Our new score, Hightower 7 and Angleton nothing. We'll be right back.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything. For what life throws at you, at your kids.
Are they ready to study, research, write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes, extra restrictions apply.
So Hightower gets on the board first on an Archer Volkswagen touchdown scoring drive. It goes 81 yards, 6 plays. It took 2:19 off the clock, and it was a 32-yard run by Andreas Missick-Dunkombe, the 5'9" senior running back, on his first carry of the game. Now the scoreboard still says 6-0 Hightower, but I'm pretty sure that the extra point was good. And Noe Guzman will kick it off. Before Angleton gets their first play on this drive, I think I'm going to tell you their season results that got them to this 5-0 record. There's the kick, and the ball is going to fall short near the 15-yard line, and the ball is dropped. Backtracking to his 10, moving to the right, now up the field, and a net return of 4 yards. Returned by Angleton's Mialik Woods. And they will take over at their 24-yard line. So Angleton beat Stafford in their first game, 34-32. Then they played A-Leaf Taylor and won that one 49-41. Then they played the hapless Milby Buffs. 62-0 was the score in that one. The next week they beat Wisdom 18-0. And last week they were winners 48-13 over Rosenberg Terry. So they've been scoring on high average of points. They are 1-2 if Max Prep's numbers are right. They're 1-2 all time in their series against the Hightower Hurricanes, and there's a pick by the Canes. And into the game, it's Adrian Yules. He is the quarterback for Angleton in on this particular series. His pass was tipped at the line, and Julian Payne dived and made the interception. Tonight's family connection, served up by Nick's Italian Restaurant, is the brotherhood between number 6, Julian Payne, who just got the interception, and the feature running back, that being Jeremy Payne. Nick's Italian Restaurant, their family gets bigger every time you stop by. So it was a pass that basically went parallel to the line of scrimmage. And it was a beautiful diving interception by Julian Payne, and the Canes have it at the 16-yard line with a short field. So they're already up by a score of, I think, 7-0. Penson, bootleg to the right, looking to the 5-yard line, got the catch, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Hightower! Caleb Johnson caught it between the numbers and the sideline, stopped his momentum, ran over a tackler, and toppled the pylon as he went into the end zone. So now Hightower is up by 2 scores. And the referee is coming over and talking to one of the Hightower coaches. I didn't see a flag. I'm not really sure what that could be about. But it looks like Hightower is going to go for 2, so I guess I was incorrect about that extra point that I thought was good. It looks like they're going to go for 2. There is a Wildcat play. Caleb Davis running right, but he will get nowhere. Angleton's defense is all over him like ugly on an ape, like a cheap suit on my Uncle BF. And it's a loss of 2 and nothing doing on the attempt at the extra point. Jeremy Mendoza there for Angleton along with Kai McGee, and it is 12-0 Hightower. 9:46 to go in quarter number 2. You're listening to VypeFortBend.com.
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firstironauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Iron Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firstironauto.com.
Well, Hightower's most significant win in the era of the new head coach Cornelius Anthony, who came over from Rosenberg Terry, was last week as they beat Manville on the road 16-12. And now are they going to turn this into a high-scoring game? They are up 12-0. And here comes the kickoff return by Angleton. It's not going to go very far, I do not think, although there are a bunch of broken tackles, and it ends up being a good one out to the 29-yard line. And I didn't know whether to look down at my roster and make sure I said the right name or just watch Milik Woods return the kick. So I watched him, and he took it to the 29. It was a very zigzag serpentine route. Started on the left side of the field, moved over to his right, and then cut it all the way back at an acute angle. So students, your geometry unit will come later in the year, but you know what an acute angle is. Out there for his second series, Adrian Ewells, the sophomore quarterback. And on the very first play, he throws incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Xfinity is the future of awesome, and we think Adrian Ewells has an awesome future. He is a 5'11 sophomore quarterback, 170 pounds. And he's in the spread formation, 2nd down and 10 from the 30. Fakes the handoff, and now throws a little bubble screen, and this is going to work for Angleton. Big run inside the 40, 30, and knocked down just inside the 25-yard line. It was the man with 3 names, Carrion Bonayabi Goins. And that is a huge play. Takes it all the way from the 30-yard line. And it's a 45-yard gain to the Hightower 25-yard line. Milik Woods is the running back, but it's going to be a sweep to the left, and there goes that sophomore quarterback, a 5-yard pickup to the 20 before they drive Adrian Ewells back. And I don't want you to mistake him for the actor who is British named Cary Elwes. Some people call him Cary Ewells. You know, he was the one in The Princess Bride. He was also in Kiss the Girls. Of course, he played very different characters in The Princess Bride and Kiss the Girls. Clock now at 8:48 and ticking down. Angleton trying to cut this Hightower lead in half or better. They make a whole bunch of shifts prior to the snap. Play clock at 4. Ewells better call for the snap. It's down to 1. And he just got it snapped. No, he didn't. They blew the whistle and threw the flag, and it's going to be delay of game. So instead of 2nd and 5, it's going to be 2nd and 10. They'll march off the penalty yardage back to the 25. By the way, we've got a couple of Nick's Italian Restaurant family connections we can make on the Angleton side. Also, we'll do that as soon as we get a chance. There goes Ewells, rolling to his right, surveying the field, throwing late over the middle, and he gets his man. Catching it while on his knees is Isaiah Williams, so he's down right there. But that'll make it a much more doable 3rd down situation. 3rd down and 2 for the Wildcats, who are in field goal range. But I'm sure they want 6, if not 7. Ewell sends a man in motion, and that man is Amias Martinez. And now running to the left, there goes Ewells. He gets the first down. He's at the 10-yard line, and I think one of the Canes saved a touchdown. Skylar Robinson grabbed his feet and brought him down. It's just outside the 10-yard line, so it's 1st and 10 from there. It's possible the Wildcats could make a first down without scoring. Ewells has it. Hands it off, going right into the end zone. A beautifully blocked play and a touchdown run for Mialik Woods. That cuts the lead to 12-6. You know, at halftime, just because I'm kind of curious, I want to check and see if the Hightower score is correct. I really thought that they kicked the extra point successfully after their first touchdown, but then when they scored their second one, they went for 2. So I guess that kind of cuts into my theory. To add the extra point, Jose Hernandez. Long delay, now a good snap, good hold, kick in the air, and it is good. I know that for sure. There are 4 kids directly behind the goalpost, and one of them caught it. I know it was straight, it was high, it was a thing of beauty. And with 7:28 to go in quarter number 2, Hightower's lead has been cut. It is 12-7, Canes on top. This is Vype, FortBend.com.
Hi, this is Mariela
and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Here is the kickoff by Hernandez, and he bangs it deep, bang, zoom to the moon, halfway deep into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And that Nick's Italian Restaurant family connection for Angleton, you have 2 pairs of brothers. First of all, you have Joe Soria and Ronald Head. And even though they don't have the same last name, they are brothers, and you've got David Trevino and Noe Trevino. Remember, at Nick's Italian Restaurant, their family gets bigger every time you stop by. Angleton folks, if you are ever in Sugar Land, get on FM 1464, and when you see Austin High School, you just go about 300 feet north of that, and you will see Nick's Italian Restaurant on the northbound side of FM 1464. Hightower with the ball at their own 25 with 7:28 to go in the half. And a new ball carrier in the game, and he's just absolutely buried, although I think it's possible that Angleton might get called for a horse collar tackle. If not, DeCambron Verrett, or let's see, maybe it's not 8. I got to make sure of who the ball carrier was. Okay, so we do have a horse collar tackle. And, well, I can't tell if it's Julian Payne, 6, or DeCambron Verrett, 8. I think it's Brendan Eaglin. Yes. In fact, I met Brendan's mom. No, maybe Brendan's aunt before the game. Anyway, Brendan Eaglin was tackled for a loss, but it was wiped out by a penalty, horse collar tackle. And now a throw out here to Caleb Johnson and a short gain of about 3 yards on the hitch screen. For Angleton, Gabriel Alexander. Sean Blanks also in on the tackle. I said it was a pickup of 3. It was actually only 2, so 2nd down and 8. Penson drops back, fakes toward the sideline, pulls it down and runs. And what he saw was daylight, and the daylight disappeared very quickly. Nice closing speed coming out of the secondary. Austin Steen and Sean Blanks collaborating on the tackle. 2-yard pickup, 3rd down and 6. Hightower has it at their 41-yard line. Clock is at 6:18 to go before halftime. Penson drops back on third down, throws near sideline, and it's a completion and a first down for the Hurricanes. Right on target, delivered it to Caleb Johnson. One more than what they needed. He needed 6, and he gained 7, and that's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. By the way, at halftime, we will have an interview with Bill Moore of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, who's kind of the director of the chapter that includes Southwest Houston. Not sure if it includes Angleton, but it does include all of Fort Bend County. And there goes the man up the middle who scored the touchdown, Andreas Misick-Duncombe, and straight up the middle, only 2 yards there, as Angleton recognized it early on. Credit Ronald Washington with the tackle. Ron Washington, same name as a guy who used to manage the Texas Rangers. Second down and 8. Penson sends a man in motion, gives it off on the jet sweep to Caleb Johnson, trying to get to the edge. Outside the numbers, 40-yard line, 35 and out of bounds. A flag comes in late. I'm afraid it's going to be something against Hightower that's going to wipe out a very productive play. If the play stands, it would be good for 13 yards and a first down, but I don't think it's going to. By the way, we have quite a collection of hometown coaches tonight. You know that Bradley Stavinaugh at the Needville Insurance Agency has a team of hometown trusted agents. They can make insurance easy for you and save you money. And listen to the hometown coaches on the Hightower staff. You had head coach Cornelius Anthony, a graduate of Elkins. So too was Karan Coleman, the offensive coordinator, and Carlos Soto, the linebackers coach. All 3 of those gentlemen went to Elkins. Kendron Penson, the father of the Hightower quarterback, went to Willow Ridge. And Marcel Bates, the wide receivers coach for the Canes, is a graduate of Kempner High School. So those are your hometown coaches. So remember, go to Bradley Stavinaugh. He and his team of hometown trusted agents can save you money on your car insurance, your home insurance, whatever. I know you got teenage drivers as kids or grandkids, and you got preteens who are going to be driving soon. You got to get the best rate, or you can really get gouged. So trust Bradley Stavinaugh and the Needville Insurance Agency. Call them at 979-793-7411. 48-yard line for Hightower, and before they get it snapped following that penalty, they call a timeout, and we'll take it with them. 5:27 to go before halftime. Hightower 12, Angleton 7. We will be back.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavinaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, OfficeMax, and OfficeDepot.com.
After the timeout that was called by the Hightower coaching staff, the Canes come out on 2nd down and 10, and they have the ball at their own 48, and Angleton looks like they're ready to bring the house. Will Penson be ready? Fakes the handoff, throws quickly over the middle, and incomplete, just nearly missed the connection. He was trying to get it to Zion Kearney, and he would have had the first down and maybe a lot more, but just maybe a silly centimeter or two beyond the optimal place for the football to be thrown. And the entire Hightower offensive unit looking over at the coaching staff for a hand signal. Clock is stopped after the incomplete pass with 5:23 to go before half. Third down and 10 for Hightower from their own 48, leading 12-7. They're blitzing off the corners now. Here comes Angleton, and they run the football, and the run blitz works effectively, as it is Misik Dunkombe, who doesn't get very far. Needed 10 and only got 4. So it's 4th down and 6, and it looks like Hightower will punt it away. Caleb Davis, of course, he's a wide receiver and a pretty good athlete. You never know if he might pull it down and run. Line of scrimmage is the Angleton 48-yard line. Milik Woods back to return it. Good snap. Not much pressure. Woods calls for a fair catch and makes that catch at the 18-yard line. So 4:38 to go before halftime, and it's Angleton ball. Next week, we've got an action-packed week on VypeFortBend.com. We've got Class 5A volleyball. Fulshire taking on Kempner on Tuesday night. We make Tuesday night volleyball fun. You should tune in on VypeFortBend.com. Thursday night here at Hall Stadium, football, Elkins against Clements. On Friday, Dulles against Ridgepoint, and a doubleheader on Saturday, Terry and Kempner, followed by Travis and Bush. Running play off the right side for Angleton and a 4-yard pickup. Deshaun Thomas hit low and went head over heels. And they spotted him a yard short of where I thought they would, so he's got a 3-yard gain to bring up a 2nd down and 7. Clock ticking, and it's getting down close to 4 minutes. And it is still Adrian Ewells in at quarterback for a 3rd consecutive series. Drops back, stands strong, throws, little comeback route, and it's going to be a 1st down by 1 yard more than he needed. Isaiah Williams running his route very expertly, turned around, looked back for the ball, and there it was. And it's a 1st down at the 29-yard line as he picked up 8 on the play. Clock starts running again, under 4 minutes to go in quarter number 2. Ewells fakes the handoff, rolls to the right, being pursued, turns it up, gets sandwiched between 2 tacklers as he picks up 3 yards. Kai-Shun Smith made the tackle, and it looks like one of the Hightower Hurricanes is down after that tackle. We'll take a quick break and be back. It's 12-7 Hightower, 3.5 to go in the 2nd quarter.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything. For what life throws at you, at your kids.
Are they ready to study, research, write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes, extra restrictions apply.
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firstironauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Iron Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firstironauto.com.
All right, it was Kai-Shun Smith who was injured on that play. He was seated on the turf for about a minute, and then they got him to his feet, and he is walking very slowly from the other side of the field to the near side. I'm just doing a couple of little technical things. I'm still here. All right, so because of the injury and because of the technical things I was working on, I didn't identify what it was, but there was a penalty against Hightower, so it is 1st and 10 Angleton from their 47-yard line. Ewells drops back, clean pocket. Throws over to the right side. Brooks, it's going to be a double pass if he can get free and throw it, but Hightower won't let him. Great defense. They were all over him. Jaden Chibuzo came in, recognized it quickly, so they threw the pass that either went parallel to the yard lines or went slightly backward. So it would have been legal for Brooks to throw another pass forward, but he just did not get a chance. So here comes the fourth play of the drive. Make that the fifth. Second down and 16. Screen pass. Yules gets it to Deshaun. There goes Deshaun into Hightower territory and all the way down to the 41-yard line. Deshaun Thomas. Sorry, I don't know the Angleton roster forwards and backwards just yet. I probably still won't have it forwards and backwards even by the end of this game, but I'll know a lot more than I do now. First and 10 from the 42 of Hightower. Yules rolling to his left. The rush flushes him back to the right, and he is looking way down the field, throwing near the end zone, and the pass is incomplete. A diving attempt near the 5-yard line. He had a man open. A player who is very disappointed with himself. I don't think he should be. It was a great effort. Jordan Pickett had a chance, and I think it just slipped between his elbows and hit the turf before he secured it. That would have been a spectacular play, but all is not lost for Angleton. But you know what? I think we're about to see a penalty walked off, and so even if that catch was made by Pickett, it would not have counted. And we'll hear something from our referee in a moment. The call is ineligible receiver downfield, so that would have wiped out the gain anyway if Pickett had made the catch. So now we have first down and 15 for the Angleton Wildcats at the Hightower 47, 2:09 to go before the half. Hightower leads 12-7, and there's a pick by Hightower again. They threw it out in the flat into Cameron Verrett, made the catch. He was down right there at about the 43 of Angleton. Now wait a minute. The body language of people on the field is telling me that maybe they're ruling he did not make a clean catch. Okay, it's just an incomplete pass. I'm sorry to get you so excited, but there sure were thousands of people in the stadium very excited about what they thought was an intercepted pass. But instead, it's second down and 15. Here we go, seventh play of the drive. Yules drops back, stands strong, can't find anyone, rolls to the right sideline. The pass rush coming in. They grab him by the head and throw him down. It's a sack and a loss of 2 yards. That was Traylon Baloney, the defensive end, 6'2", 225, and he made the sack back to the 49-yard line of Hightower. And now it looks like Angleton's going to have to wing it down the field. They have third down and 17. They need to get to the Hightower 32. Clock still ticking down, 1:27 to go before the halftime break. Yules, empty backfield, drops back. They give him time. Throws late and it's picked off. Here comes Hightower. This may be a pick six. 40, 35, 30. And Yules makes the tackle. He chased down his mistake. And his mistake was wearing number 32 for the Hightower Hurricanes. That's Dylan Sublett. Second interception of the night for the Hightower Hurricanes. Those turnovers can be huge. And now with 1:12 to go before halftime, Hightower with a huge opportunity. So Hightower has the ball. 1:12 left before halftime. And they have it at the 21-yard line of Angleton. Penson in the spread formation. Takes the snap and up the middle they try to go, but buried in the backfield, Jeremy Payne finds no room whatsoever. Ronald Washington in on the tackle And it is not like half of a tackle. He had to share it with with Kai McGee and also with Gabriel Alexander. Loss of 3 yards. 2nd down and 13. We're under a minute to go. Penson drops back, throws near sideline, and way over everybody's head, incomplete. Stops the clock with 42.9 to go before the halftime break. If Hightower settled for a field goal and made it prior to the halftime break, then that would get us back to what would look more like a normal football score. 15-7 looks a little more normal than 12-7. On 3rd and 13, Penson drops back and lofts it deep to the left pylon. Up in the air, batted down, incomplete. I believe he was trying to get it to Jaden Adams, and it was knocked away incomplete by the two-way player, Myalek Woods. So on 4th and 13, I think we're going to see Noe Guzman come on and try and kick the extra point. Meanwhile, the Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks, who wear purple, just like Angleton, leading Sam Houston, the defending national champion Sam Houston Bearcats. It is 20-12 in the 3rd period. And now we're going to have a 41-yard field goal attempt by Noe Guzman. But first, a timeout. 37.3 to go. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Hightower broke its huddle on the home side before Angleton broke its huddle, but there's not that much to talk about, generally speaking, on a field goal attempt. Noe Guzman, 41-yard attempt from the right hash mark. The snap and hold look good. The kick is not quite going to have the distance, and here we go. We might have a kick 6 by Angleton. Running it back is Karian Bonayabi Goins. He's down the far sideline. May have something bumped out of bounds on the Hightower side of the 50 with 23.7 seconds to go. Karian Bonayabi Goins standing in front of the goalpost just in case it landed short, which it did. He grabbed it and took off down the far sideline. And they ruled that he stepped out at his own 49, but still good field position to try a deep shot or 2 or 3 before we get to the halftime break. And it looks like Caden Brooks is going to be behind the center. And in there at quarterback, Deshaun Thomas is his running back. Brooks rolls to the right, looking down the field. Sideline pass inside the 40, inside the 35, and he delivered a strike to Andre Rice. Rice caught the first completion of the night from Caden Brooks. $19 yards on that completion and a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. 18 seconds to go before the half. Dropping back is Brooks, looking right sideline, being chased. He runs, escapes, gets inside the 30 and slides down at the 28, and a timeout called by the Angleton coaches with 11 3/10 seconds to go. Angleton had all 3 timeouts, so they have 2 remaining. And I think we'll take one with them. We'll be right back on VypeFortBend.com.
Hi, this is Mariela
and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
All right, coming out of the timeout, Angleton facing a second down and 6 yards to go with 11.3 to go before halftime. They trail 12-7. Caden Brooks out of the spread. Fakes a handoff, drops back, looks toward the left sideline, trying to get away. He's across the line of scrimmage, but dropped after a gain of a yard, maybe two. Hog-tied near the 30-yard line, and that was a mean, nasty tackle by Robert Staten. It was a no gain, and it's 3 3/10 seconds to go. The line of scrimmage is the Hightower 29, so a field goal attempt would be from 46 yards. I don't think Angleton's going to do that. They are going to take a timeout and talk about it, but we shall see what they do when we return on VypeFortBend.com.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or NeedvilleInsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Okay, unless it's they are going to try a field goal. How about that? And they've got their long-distance kicker, Jose Hernandez. It's going to be a 47-yarder from near the left hash. High snap. He gets his foot into it. I think it's got the distance. It is good. How about that? My goodness, a 47-yard field goal by Jose Hernandez at the end of the first half, and that would have been good from another 3 or 4 yards longer than that. Now the officials are talking about something. I see a penalty flag down on the field. And now the referee is going over to talk to Jason Britton, head coach of Angleton. So before we consider it halftime, we better see what the resolution of that is going to be. All right, so Jason Britton and the referee they were done with their conversation. Then the referee had started back over to the Hightower side. Then he went back to Coach Britton for a second or two. And Angleton is heading for the locker room. So too is Hightower. So if there is a penalty that is assessed against somebody, it's probably something that happened after the play was over and would be assessed on the kickoff that opens the second half. But let's see what we hear.
First foul, leaping on the defense, that's penalty flag, the field goal is good.
Okay, so I think you heard the referee. There was a penalty during the play. It was against the Hurricanes, but it is declined. And the long field goal of 47 yards by Jose Hernandez is good. And it closes the gap to 12-10. And this is a Hightower kind of football game. They won the clutch victory at Manville last week. 16-12 was the final in that one. And we, if we're on a pace to score a certain number of points, it won't be much more than we had last week. This is VypeFortBend.com, and we will step aside. And, whether you're going to go to church tomorrow or not, I really think you ought to hang around and listen to our halftime interview with Bill Moore of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And that'll be coming your way next, and we'll let you listen to the bands a bit. Both are very high quality. This is VypeFortBend.com. So glad you're with us. Tell your friends. We are your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports, and we broadcast an Angleton game now and again. In fact, we did a couple of basketball games last winter where they whooped up pretty good on Kempner a couple of times. So Roger Smith with you from Hall Stadium, and we'll be back with Bill Moore right after this. 12-10 at halftime. Hightower leading Angleton.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything. For what life throws at you, at your kids.
Are they ready to study, research, write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes, extra restrictions apply.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same-day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
You're listening to VypeFortBend.com. It's halftime. Glad you're with us, and our score is Hightower 12, Angleton 10. And it is great to be joined on this august occasion at halftime by Bill Moore of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. It's good to see you, my friend. How are you?
Roger, doing great. I appreciate the opportunity of being here and appreciate all what y'all do.
The thing about Fellowship of Christian Athletes, I'm very familiar with it, and a lot of people are too, but we know that maybe some people are not. So I don't want to assume things. So what is Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and what does it look like on the high school campuses?
Roger, FCA is a national sports ministry. Actually, we're worldwide. We have presence in over 100 countries now. Our headquarters are in Kansas City. FCA was founded in 1954, and we're the largest sports ministry in the world. And our main method of ministry is to and through the coach. As you're well aware of, a coach has influence on the school campus. And so we minister to and through the coach, impact them, and they in turn impact the student athletes. Also, FCA, we have huddles on the local campuses at the junior high, high school, and college campuses. We call them huddles using some athletic terminology, so instead of a club, it's an FCA huddle. The FCA huddles are student-led, and legally that's what gives us the right to meet on the public school campuses because it's a student-led organization. The coach or the sponsor who facilitates that is actually, that's what it is a facilitator. He keeps the kids in bound, but we have tons of resources available for the FCA huddle meetings, and normally the huddles meet once a week or at least every other week at the junior high and high school levels.
I know that there's something you want students and their families to know, and that is you don't have to be an active church member to be a part of Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And now's when I'm going to go into the Wayback Machine. I hope people don't mind. The first thing I remember seeing as far as something published by Fellowship of Christian Athletes was this comic book about the life of Tom Landry, who was the Cowboys head coach for the first 29 years of the franchise. And he didn't have a relationship with God when he was in college and when he had started playing professional football, and not even back when he was in the cockpit of fighter planes during World War II. But someone, a teammate, invited him to the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And in Tom Landry's very public life, he's very close with the well-known minister, the late Billy Graham. And so that became Tom Landry's mission in life, other than winning football games, was to kind of share the message of the gospel. So any other folks like that maybe late in life joined FCA?
Tom Landry was a stalwart with FCA. As a matter of fact, he was on our National Board of Trustees for years, and I had the opportunity to meet him years ago. When I graduated from Baylor, I went on staff with FCA for 2 years in Dallas. And actually, he was chairman of the leadership board in Dallas, and what a magnificent, God-fearing man Tom Landry was. But you look at all the coaches throughout the years that have made impact in people's lives, like my coach at Baylor, Grant Taft, huge impact in my life. My high school coach, Ron Mills, made a huge impact in my life. And so you're right, the FCA is a gathering of students, and actually you don't even have to be an athlete to come to an FCA meeting. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes, as a staff person, my main focus is to minister to and through the coach and the athlete. But several people come to FCA, they're not even involved in sports, and we welcome that.
We're talking with Bill Moore of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and he is the president, I guess, of the chapter that covers Fort Bend County in the southwest part of Houston. And is this something that you are compensated for doing, or is it just a labor of love?
Well, no, this is actually a paid position. I do not treat working with FCA as a job. If I treated it as a job, my ministry would not be effective. This is a calling. I have a leadership board of men and women that we meet monthly, and so it's a faith-based ministry. So I have to raise my own support. And honestly, at times, you're scratching your head with the support's coming in, but God is faithful, and I've never missed a paycheck, and God provides the resources available for that, plus extra resources where we can get Bibles, devotional material out to the coaches and the athletes.
I'm familiar with the kind of circumstances that you're dealing with. Athletic directors and coaches and athletes had to change the play at the line of scrimmage, so to speak, just to get all those games played and those championships decided last year. Hopefully this will be a normal year. We'll talk more about what a huddle has become, at least what we've had to make it hopefully temporarily over the last few months when we've had this thing to deal with. So we'll be right back on VypeFortBend.com visiting with Bill Moore of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
We're back on VypeFortBend.com. More halftime coming at you with Bill Moore, our guest. Fellowship of Christian Athletes, the trademark way of getting together and learning and studying and devoting some time to God is the huddle. And that's figurative and literal. But in what ways were you restricted when it came to having huddles going all the way back to March 20th and the way things were during this previous school year, 2020-2021?
Well, Roger, COVID put a dent into our ministry plans. So we had to adapt. In all reality, this past school year, I did not step foot on a school campus to an FCA huddle meeting.
Wow, that makes it very hard for you to do what you need to do.
Because the huddle meetings didn't occur, because you couldn't get into the campus and everything was restricted and locked down. But the good news is we found ways to minister. I've talked and focused with the coaches who are the sponsors. Many of the huddle meetings were held via Zoom. I sat in on several Zoom FCA huddle meetings, and so that occurred. From our ministry impact, I was able to still get in to see coaches here in Fort Bend School District because the field houses are separate from the main school building. So I was able to get in at least to be able to minister to and through the coach. I went on a Bible campaign. I had a coach telling me one time before a football game, I asked him, "What can I do to serve you? How can I pray for you?" And he said, "Bill, we need Bibles." And so, man, I went and talked to a couple, three of our donors, and they underwrote, and we got about 400 Bibles distributed out to coaches and athletes, because that's the truth. The kids were scared. In all honesty, these athletes come up, they think they're all that, but they really had a fear of what was going on in society and also with this disease called COVID. And so we hit them with the truth of God. And so I was very blessed and fortunate. I had donors to underwrite the distribution of those Bibles to the coaches and the athletes.
Well, I know with what we've witnessed over the last year and a half, basically, there are so many things that people really need to do for their own well-being. People need to be together in groups and support each other. And I know that sadly something that we've seen is that people who were regular church attenders, now that churches are open, they had gotten pretty accustomed to kind of sitting at home, maybe watching church on TV or through a Zoom or something. Maybe they didn't really do anything to nourish themselves spiritually at all. So what are some of the things that you've seen, and maybe some strategies that ministers can have at their churches to get people to come back if they've gotten too comfortable staying at home?
Well, I think just letting them know the truth that we have the victory through Jesus Christ. 1 Corinthians 15:57 says, "Thanks be to God who gives us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ." So God is our protector. And we saw that with FCA. This past summer and the summer before, we had to cancel our big sports camp that we have and hold every summer at Texas A&M. At this camp, we'll have around 1,200 coaches and athletes. Unfortunately, this past summer and the summer before, they were canceled. But we reached out. I heard from coaches saying, "Bill, we need to get together as coaches and as families." So we held a coaches family retreat in College Station at A&M in early July, and we had about 40 coaches and their families were there. So we were able to pour into them, to reach them, to disciple them, to go out and make disciples. And so we're looking at different ways. And as you mentioned earlier, we want this coming school year, hopefully, to be a normal year that we can get in to see the coaches and athletes and attend the huddle meetings. But we emphasize that to the kids, coming to an FCA huddle does not mean you don't go to your church. We want to lead people to active involvement in their local Bible-believing church.
Also, this happens to me from time to time. I had this thought in my head, and the thought seems to have left me. Maybe it'll come back. But what is the way to get in touch with you and with other people involved in Fellowship of Christian Athletes if people want to know more and find out how they can be involved? And maybe while you're answering, I can think of my next point.
I understand where you're coming from. The more I think about something, the thought eventually passes. But to know more about FCA, go to our website, very simple, fca.org. fca.org, and it is loaded with resources, historical information about FCA, huddle meeting tips. So fca.org is a great resource to know and learn more about FCA. To contact me, I serve all the school districts in Fort Bend County, not only Fort Bend ISD, but every school district in Fort Bend County, plus several other districts. So I'm a pretty busy man. I have about 85 campuses that to call on, and so to reach me, the best way is via email, which is bmore@fca.org. bmore@fca.org is the best way to contact me.
Right. B, the initial B, and then MOORE, because, I think too hard about stuff, and I might be thinking be more like BE and then the word MORE. But right. No, it's your initial and your name. And thanks for all you do. And I did happen to think of what I was trying to think of before. When you mentioned your camp, I was also thinking that back in late July and in San Antonio at the Texas High School Coaches Association Convention, you had a wonderful breakfast. I think you said about 500 coaches getting together, and what a relief that is to finally be together again.
Oh, absolutely. And just the relief on the coaches' faces, you could see it. They were gathering. As people, we need fellowship. And boy, it was a blessing to be there amongst all the coaches, other FCA staff. We had a great message from Coach Traylor, who's the head football coach at UTSA. and he gave a very strong testimony. So it was just a welcoming relief, and it's a good way to kick off the football season from having that FCA breakfast.
All right, Bill Moore, thank you so much. Glad you're here doing what you do, making time for us at halftime, and also glad all these people in the stands are here, and the players and the coaches, and at least that part of the world, something is right with the world. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, VypeFortBend.com. Halftime continues. Third quarter will start pretty soon when we return.
First Iron Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firstironauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Iron Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firstironauto.com.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, Office Max, and OfficeDepot.com.
Hi, this is Mariela
and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
All right, we are back at Hall Stadium, and we'll still have a little bit of band performance left, and we'll turn that up so you can hear it. Want you to be able to enjoy that, but also we want to bring you up to date on some scores of different games, and I'm going to stick mostly with high school, except for one, that might be of interest to some of you, and that is one single college game, and it is the Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks playing in the Battle of the Piney Woods, taking on their rivals from Sam Houston State. And Stephen F. Austin, of course, the Lumberjacks are the underdog in this game, but they have been playing the Bearcats of Sam Houston, the defending national champions in the, let's see, what do we call it now? It's the college football CFS, I think, championship football subdivision. Yeah, that's it, the CFS. Well, Sam Houston has taken a lead late by 21-20. Stephen F. Austin had sacked Bearcats quarterback Eric Schmid on what might have been a play to end a drive and end the Sam Houston hopes. However, the Stephen F. Austin tackler grabbed Eric Schmid's face mask. Terrible break for the Lumberjacks. And then Sam Houston scored on the next play. So the Bearcats are up 21-20 with 2:37 to go. I just thought I would tell you about that particular one. Now I'm going to turn up the band for a moment. I have to make a technical adjustment. Enjoy the band, and I'll be back with you soon. Okay, those are the sounds of the Hightower Band entertaining the crowd here at halftime, along with the Hightower dance team. We've got about 7.5 minutes left before we resume this football game that Hightower leads 12-10 over Angleton. It's a huge game for both ball clubs. So here's a little update on that game between Stephen F. Austin and the favored Sam Houston Bearcats. So the Lumberjacks are driving. They have gotten the ball down to the Sam Houston State 33-yard line. It is 3rd and 4 with 51 seconds left. And we're going to step aside here real quickly, and we'll have high school scores from all over the place, teams of interest to you, and teams that, well, maybe you should be interested in. We'll be right back on VypeFortBend.com.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything. For what life throws at you, at your kids.
Are they ready to study, research, write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes, extra restrictions apply.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests, while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
Okay, we are back, and the Hightower Band still on the field and performing. And those of you who are listening and rooting for the Angleton Wildcats, your team trails. Sorry about that. 12-10. Hightower leads it at halftime. We've got about 4 minutes before we resume the football game. And those of you who root for a purple team in college football, that would be the Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks. Well, you're going to be crying in your favorite beverage later tonight, because on the final play of the game, the Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks had a field goal attempt, and it was wide right. And Sam Houston State, the defending national champions in the championship football subdivision, survived 21-20 in the Battle of the Piney Woods, played at NRG Stadium, which, by the way, from high atop Hall Stadium, you get a perfect view of NRG. In fact, we had such a perfectly clear day late in the afternoon. It was kind of hazy and almost foggy in the morning, but that all burned off, and it turned out to be a very, very beautiful day. So let's give you some scores. There are some games that are being played tonight. So despite all the college action, there are quite a few high school football games. The Deer Park Deer, with 11 seconds left in the first half, leading the South Houston Trojans 35-28. It's a battle of HISD 6A teams. The Chavez Lobos getting shut out starting the second half, 21-0. The Westside Wolves lead the Chavez Lobos. So I guess, you know, you're both the Wolves. It's almost like one of those Cougars versus Cougars or Mustangs versus Mustangs game. So Lobos, Wolves, all the same. Stratford Spartans out of Spring Branch are leading Cy Ridge. It is 13-3 as they begin the second half. Jersey Village having a good night tonight. Of course, pretty much everyone does against Northbrook. 41-0 Jersey Village over Northbrook as they have just started the third quarter. They're in the first minute of the third quarter. The Aldine MacArthur Generals are leading the Aldine Mustangs. That's a cross-district rivalry. 34-0 Generals on top. 1:17 to go before halftime in that one. Langham Creek 15 and Cy Springs 7. That is a halftime score. The Wheatley Wildcats all over the Yates Lions, 33-7. Less than 2 minutes to go before the halftime break. Wheatley 33-7 over Yates. Here's good news for folks in Fort Bend. The Kempner Cougars leading 42-6 with 2 minutes to go before halftime over the Houston Wisdom Generals. You know, it really helps you get well sometimes when you have an HISD opponent. And so last week, Kempner got its first win against Milby after they had 3 losses to start the season. 3 losses in which the Kempner Cougars did not even score a point. But they are feeling better playing against teams that they can handle better, and they're whooping up on the Houston Wisdom Generals. 2 minutes to go before halftime in that one. Now some stuff out of the Katy district. We got the Taylor Mustangs. They lost, and that was on Thursday night. Seven Lakes beat Katy Taylor by a score of 44-20. Actually, we're just going to jump all over the place. The Memorial Mavericks out of Pasadena, 56-13 winners over the Sam Rayburn Texans. 56-13, Pasadena Memorial over Sam Rayburn. The Bush Broncos have won their first 2 games in District 26A play. After starting the season 0-3, they beat Elkins on Thursday night, and that was Elkins' homecoming. The Bush Broncos spoil it. The final score, Bush 10 and the Elkins Knights 3. In the battle of CCISD, that's Clear Creek ISD, Clear Springs was all over Clear Lake. 47-21 the final in that game. In Cy Fair, it was the Bridgeland Bears 41 and the Cy Woods Wildcats 14. Bridgeland ranked 19th in the state in Class 6A. Cy Park, ranked number 22 in the state, beat Cy Lakes 56-0. This afternoon, by the way, it was the Marshall Buffs 56-0 over poor Sharpstown. The Apollos got their backsides handed to them, but that happens sometimes when you're playing the Marshall Buffs. The Fulshire Chargers had a big game against the Montgomery Bears, and Fulshire's having a great year under new head coach Nick Panuti, and they're looking good overall, but they did lose 52-32 to the Montgomery Bears, the same team that the Marshall Buffs faced in the playoffs last year in Class 5A Division II. So there's a very good chance that it'll be Marshall meeting Montgomery at some point in the playoffs. The Klein-Cain Hurricanes, they beat Tomball Memorial 63-14. That's the Klein-Cain team that is playing without Jaden Blue, the guy who decided not to play his senior year of high school football because he doesn't want to get hurt before college. I'm not going to say anything else. Porter beat Cleveland 21-0. Maid Creek lost to Cinco Ranch 45-14. That's news out of the Katy district. Cinco Ranch over Maid Creek 45-14. The Decaney Wildcats out of Spring beat the Aldine Nimitz Cougars 35-14. That was Thursday. The Lamar Texans out of HISD beat the HISD Westbury Huskies 62-0. Class 5A, you have the number 9 ranked Peyto Panthers 56-0 over the Milby Buffs. That was ugly. And now here we are, ready to begin the second half. I just looked up and all of a sudden, Angleton looks like they want to try an onside kick to start the second half. And because of that 15-yard penalty at the end of the first half, it makes sense. They're teeing it up at the HIGHTOWER 45. They've got everybody bunched between the hash marks. And we're ready. The stadium filled with anticipation. And it is a kick that goes short of the needed 10 yards. And so it does not count. It'll be HIGHTOWER ball at their 36. The kicker for Angleton, Jose Hernandez, you can't get on him too much because he did make a 47-yard field goal at the end of the first half to get his team to within 12-10, but not a very good directional on that onside kick attempt. Nor did I describe it very well. I realize that, and I'll try to do better next time. So thank you for listening in on all those scores, and we are ready to play football as the Hightower Hurricanes have it at their 36 on the very first play of this second half. I'm writing something down so I can tell it to you later. Hightower moving from right to left in this second half, and there's some kind of delay. Here's a penalty. Okay. So an infraction by Angleton on the kickoff of 5 yards, and they move the ball forward 5 yards for the Hightower Hurricanes. So instead of starting at their own 36, they start at their own 41. No time went off the clock on that kickoff because it basically went out of bounds. Pinson at quarterback for the Hightower Hurricanes in their black jerseys and gray pants, black helmets with the Hightower logo in silver on either side. The setback is Jeremy Payne standing to the right of Pinson, who's going to throw on first down. Steps up, avoids the blitz, flushed out to the right, running near the sideline and overshoots his receiver, who was wide open at the 47-yard line. He was trying to deliver it to Caleb Johnson. This third quarter is going to be brought to you by Hall's Mentholiptus Cough Drops and Dasani Water. You know, I'm working solo tonight. I can't afford to have a hacking cough fit. Second down and 10, pistol formation. Pinson wants to throw, swings it out to Payne. He's got room, 45, and slips before he gets to the 50. And that's unfortunate. Caleb Johnson was out in front trying to throw a block for him. And a quick move right at the end there by Payne caused his feet to slip out from under him. It's a gain of 7. So it's third down and 3. Here are the Hightower Hurricanes cheerleaders whooping it up. Pinson is under center. Deep in the backfield. There goes Payne up the middle, gets ahead of steam, and a first down inside the 40 to the 37. And whoever tackled him for Angleton did a wonderful job, but I think he came away from that in a little bit of pain. Elijah Walker is on his feet, but he's shaken off. A hard blow to him. Here we go, fourth play of the drive. Ball at the 37-yard line. And there is a give to the setback. It's not Payne, it's Andreas Misick-Dunkombe coming in for him, and he was absolutely assaulted in the backfield. Kai McGee jumped on his back and threw him for a loss of 1. This is the first possession of quarter number 3. Hightower leads it 12-10. This game is critical for both teams. Hightower likes to play close, low-scoring defensive battles, which is basically what this is. And Angleton used to scoring more points than they've been able to put on the board tonight. Here's a little counter play, but it's not going to go for much. It is Andreas Misick-Dunkombe. Starts right, picks up 1, gets back to the front of the first down chains. Somebody's phone is ringing. I don't know how that's happening. Sounds like the referee's phone is ringing. It's going to be third down and a long 10. Spread formation. Pinson sends a man in motion and handing it off on the jet sweep. Caleb Johnson dodges one tackler, keeps on going inside the 30, inside the 25, down to the 23 with a first down. A 15-yard pickup. That is just stick-to-itiveness by Caleb Johnson. And as they stop the clock, there's 9 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the third. Hightower moving from right to left. The ball is on the left hash mark. Benson up under center, stands tall, looks at the defense. Now he's ready to take the snap, gets rid of it quickly, and that is a live ball. You better pick it up or fall on it. It's going to be a big loss for the Hightower Hurricanes as Zion Kearney was the intended receiver in a pass that went backwards. So if you don't catch a pass like that and it doesn't go out of bounds, it is a live football. It's going to be a loss of 6 yards. Second down and 16 for Hightower. Now, despite that missed connection, we truly believe that Kendra Penson and Zion Kearney have an awesome future. And remember, Xfinity is the future of awesome. 7th play of the drive. And a swing pass out there to Caleb Johnson. He turns it up, dodges a man, gets inside the 20, still going 15 and down to the 14. I think he's a yard short of the first down, if that. It was Gabriel Alexander finishing off the tackle, but now we're going to have a short yardage situation. They didn't give it quite as much yardage as I thought. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Now they bring in the heavy running back, Frederick Hankins. In front of him, Dylan Sublett to block. There goes Hankins off the left side. No, it's a keeper. There goes the quarterback into the 5-yard line and down to the 3. Kendra Penson, beautiful fake. You know, and you got to give credit to the running back as well. Hankins really sold it when the ball was faked to him, and now it is 1st and goal at the 3-yard line for the Hightower Hurricanes. 9th play of the drive, and it looks like pre-snap movement that's going to back them up. But don't panic. That was just 1st and goal, so if it's a 5-yard penalty, and it is, it just backs him up to the 8. You still got 3, if not 4 downs to get it into the end zone and to make it a 2-score game. It is 12-10 Hightower, and they have moved the ball very impressively. Kept it for well over 4 minutes on this drive. It started at their own 41. Hankins is still in there as the running back. Penson looks at whatever is written on his wrist. And now there is a timeout called by Hightower. A little bit of disorganization. They didn't know what they were going to run. We'll take a timeout and be back. It's VypeFortBend.com. Hightower knocking on the door.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything. For what life throws at you, at your kids.
Are they ready to study, research, write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes, extra restrictions apply.
We said in our countdown to kickoff show that if the Max Preps numbers are correct, then Angleton is 1 win, 2 losses versus Hightower all time. Hightower did spend a lot of time in the state's largest classification, and I think Angleton has always been 1 classification below that. That's the main reason. Okay, so here we go. 1st down and goal from the 8. Out of the pistol, Penson optioning right, flips it back to Hankins, and he fumbles. The ball is loose, and Angleton has it. Oh, my goodness. A turnover inside the 10-yard line. The option pitch by Penson had a lot of hot sauce on it, and Hankins just couldn't quite get a grip on it, and I think the guy who recovered it was Elijah Walker. So the ball is now at the 10-yard line. Wow, that was a drive that lasted 9 plays, and Hightower moved it all the way to the lip of the cup and could not get it in. And up the middle goes Yules, quarterbacking to begin the second half. And he gets a run of 9 yards out to the 19-yard line. Coming up from his safety position was Jeremy Straughter. 2nd down and a short 1. Yules fakes the handoff, keeps it, goes straight up the middle, got the 1st down, and only a yard or 2 more than that but that's a first down. It'll move the sticks. Yes, it's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. New line of scrimmage is the 22. Mules turns around and hands it off. This play is going nowhere. It's going to be a loss of 1, maybe 2, as Mialik Woods carried. They never actually brought him down, but there are several Hurricanes that got together either on their cell phones or social networking and said, let's beat it to quarterback. What do you say? Jeremy Straughter was back there. He's made a couple of tackles already on this Angleton possession. Enthusiastic fans on pins and needles as Hightower leads it 12-10. Ewells is going to fake it and run up the middle again. Right hash marks, plenty of yardage over the 30 to the 33. And that is a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. 4 locations: Katy Cinco Ranch on Eldridge Road in Sugar Land, right next to my pet's doctor, although I don't expect you to know where Dr. Hendricks' office is. Anyway, also in Greatwood and in First Colony. And there goes Mialik Woods over the right side, zigging and zagging outside the numbers, and a substantial gain on first down. He picked up 9, and it's second down and 1. And we have an injured Hightower player. We will step aside and see who it is and see if he can get to his feet. We shall return on VypeFortBend.com.
Hi, this is Mariela and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms.
Okay, sorry, Knicks, we got a bail. We'll give you another commercial later. Up the middle goes Mialik Woods, and he got the first down. He was belted really hard. He paid the price, but Robert Staten did not stop him before he made the first down. That's a first down. Okay. 2 times on one drive is enough, but go to First Tire and Automotive. 43-yard line. Angleton with a fresh set of downs. 5:17 to go in the third quarter. They trailed 12-10 to the Hightower Hurricanes. Ewells takes the snap, fakes to Woods, keeps it, rolls right. Thought he wanted to pass, but he ended up running for his life and going out of bounds, and he picked up a good 6 yards on the play. And for Hightower, it was Thaddeus Guidry who brought him down, the 6'1 linebacker, Thaddeus Guidry, 205-pound senior. Second down and 4. Ewells has the ability to go 0 to 60 in a very short time. Pistol formation. Play clock at 9. Ewells takes the snap. Quick release throw into the flat. Got a catch and got a gain of enough to get the first down as he delivers to Jordan Pickett. Verrett came up to make the stop, and I see down in front of me, about 10 rows down, 6 individuals wearing t-shirts with Verrett on the back. Now that is great family support. From the 47-yard line with the first down, Ewells is going to keep it straight up the middle. He dodged the first wave of tacklers, but then he got belted. Only a pickup of 2. Cameron Bradford. And now we got some pushing and shoving, and a flag comes in late. I'm not sure who this is going to be on, but some linemen from either side, and the officials seem to be saying something that's letting Hightower know that it's against Angleton. Julian Payne is celebrating. Julian Payne and Jeremy Payne for Hightower. That is one of tonight's family connections, served up by Nick's Italian Restaurant. Nick's Italian Restaurant, their family gets bigger every time you stop by, and if you want to know where to stop by, it's on FM 1464 in Sugar Land, just a few hundred feet north of Austin High School. Now there's a long discussion. There are officials over on the Angleton side, 3 of them talking with head coach Jason Britton near the numbers. And you got Cornelius Anthony over here who wants to talk to other officials. They haven't walked off a penalty yet. If they decide it's offsetting, then it would be 2nd down and 8 for Angleton. By the way, 4:30 to go in quarter number 3. Hightower on top by a score of 12-10. And we are at a lull of inactivity. At least at a football game, you have plenty of noise. What does the ref say? All right, so it is unsportsmanlike conduct against Angleton. Jeremiah Solis, the guilty party. And that backs it way up, so let's see how far they have to go now. I believe it's 2nd down and 22. The new line of scrimmage is the 41-yard line of Angleton. Yep, 2nd down and 22. Scoreboard says 2nd down and 25. All right, are we going to play football again? Let's go. We've been standing around a long time. Still standing around. By the way, is it time for me to start talking about football movies or something? I think it is, because they're still talking to Jason Britton over there. All right. So I recommend a movie that for some reason, despite a great cast, did not seem to get a lot of run. It's a movie called Radio. The main, most famous actor in it, I think, is Ed Harris. You know, he was in Apollo 11. And another movie called Milk Money with Melanie Griffith. But he plays a high school football coach, and he has this student in his program. He's not a player, he's a special needs guy, but they call him Radio. I can't really remember why, except maybe he seems to have an uncanny ability to remember things or to say what has not been said, maybe telepathically figure things out. And I remember Ed Harris at one point at that movie, you know, it's one of these smaller towns where you only play your high school games on Friday nights. You know, we play Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays around here. But I remember the quote. He was in a diner after a victory on Friday night. He was there on a Saturday morning with a bunch of fans who were happy about what happened the night before. And he said, nothing like Friday night when you're looking for a victory and Saturday morning when you found one. And that's really what it's all about. All the people who are here love football, love their school, love their community, and it's awesome. You know what else would be awesome? If you started playing football again. 4:30 to go in quarter number 3. Angleton going from left to right in this quarter. I got to stop saying quarter number 3. I say that too often. I need to critique myself and not be repetitive. Okay, what does the ref say? Uh-oh. Number 57 of Angleton, the guilty party on the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, or did he say 67? It says he's ejected, but 57 and 67 are still in the game. So the ruling is that someone's ejected, but no one's been taken off the field. And now here we go, 3rd down and 22, not 2nd down and 22. Ewell steps up, he wanted the pass, couldn't find anyone, runs for a short gain and gets hog-tied Thrown down by Skylar Robinson, and it's punt time for Angleton. And I am pretty sure, I'm going to ask my fan friend over here, did you hear them say 57 or 67? Okay, 77? All right. Well, my fan friend says that possibly 77. Yep. Okay, somebody wearing number 77 is near the back of the bench area, so I guess it was he who was ejected. 3.5 minutes to go, and it's punt time for these Angleton Wildcats, and it's a wobbler that lands just past the 30 and is down near the 25 for Angleton. Sean St. Romain down the punt of Sean Nybert. So Hightower with the football, 3:25 to go in the third quarter. They lead it 12-10 from their own 25. The running back in there next to Penson is Andreas Misick-Duncombe. Pistol formation, 3 receivers on the right. Swing out there to Duncombe. Gets across the line of scrimmage, gets ahead of steam. 40-yard line and more. That'll be a first down as he picks up 16 yards on the little swing pass over to the right. Just in case you're wondering, Angleton has all 3 of its timeouts. Hightower has 2 should they need them later. New line of scrimmage is the 41, first and 10. Double receivers on either side of the formation. Now a man goes in motion, that's Caleb Johnson. Penson, low snap, swings it to Johnson on this side. 45-50, a lot of room inside the 40 of these Angleton Wildcats. And gashing them on the first couple of plays. The ball is now at the 38-yard line. And the band playing Sweet Caroline. Hightower had a great scoring opportunity just a few minutes ago, fumbled inside the 10. They really need to capitalize on this. 12-10 is not a safe lead, not by any means. Penson fakes the handoff, runs up the middle, advances to the 33-yard line, and that is a pickup of 5. Second down and 5 for the Canes. Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Elijah Walker, credit him with that last tackle. Hightower in no hurry to get another play run. The play clock is now at 18 and everybody's lined up. Penson with Misick-Duncombe behind him. Hands it off up the middle, slips a couple of tackles, and Misick-Duncombe takes it inside the 30 and gets a first down. Seven-yard gain, and it's a first down for the Canes at the 33. Clock ticking down towards 2 minutes left in the third quarter. They feed Misick-Duncombe again. Up the middle he goes, running tough and picking up 5 more yards. Second down and 5 at the Angleton 23. On the tackle for the Cats, Christopher Thomas. I wonder if he's Deshaun Thomas's brother. I also wonder if there's an injury to Deshaun Thomas because we haven't seen him in a while. Second down and 5, closing in on the minute-and-a-half mark. Penson hands it off straight up the middle. Misick-Duncombe is taking a breather and now straight up the middle. I think that's Hankins. Yep, it's Hankins. And he takes it inside the 15. He advances forward for yet another first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. Great execution by the Hightower Hurricanes on this drive. Maybe they got a severe tongue lashing when they went to the sidelines after turning it over inside the 10. Under center is Pinson. Bootleg to the left, throwing to the end zone near the goal line, and it's off the hands of Caleb Johnson. Pass was just thrown too high. That'll bring up second down and 10. You know, and they got that false start penalty when they were inside the 5 and had to back up prior to the play where they fumbled. I said no worries, so I'm not going to say that this time if they get a 5-yard penalty, no matter where they are on the field. Next week, a full slate of football, a game on Thursday night, Friday night, and 2 games on Saturday. Second down and 10. Pinson in the spread formation. Fake to pass, ran it up the middle, hanging on for dear life as an Angleton tackler. It ends up being a 7-yard gain. And getting up slowly was that tackler, Isaiah Williams. I think he's going to be okay. Somebody else is actually down for Angleton. That's Gabriel Alexander. Now he gets to his feet and tells the trainer, I'm all right, go back to the sideline. Or something to that effect. I'm sure he was respected. Nice people from Angleton. Uh-oh. While we were taking care to note who was hurt, we didn't realize there was a penalty flag down, and it's an illegal block, a blindside block by the Hightower Hurricanes, which is going to back them way up. That's a personal foul. It'll cost them 15. And there is your fly in the ointment on a drive that has been a beautiful thing. Nicely executed until now, and could be a very costly penalty. Oh my goodness. The penalty yardage moves Hightower back to the 29. And it's second down, and I'm going to call it 24 from there. Pinson rolling to the right, looking down the field, throws intermediate behind his receiver, incomplete. Trying to get it to Elijah Jones. And such a promising drive, it's kind of taken a turn for the worse. It'll be third down and 24, and Hightower, to have any realistic shot at getting a first down, really does need to put the ball in the air, and they've got to protect Pinson. He's got to make sure he doesn't get a sack. Got to get the ball out of his hand. He drops back, and he throws, and the pass is tipped and incomplete. Angleton's 30, Christopher Thomas, knocked the ball down. It was near the numbers at the 15. It wouldn't have been a first down, but it would have created a much better place from which to try a field goal. And I think a field goal is out of the question now. It would be from 46 yards if they tried it from here. 26 seconds left in the quarter. They're going to go for it. 4th and 24. You try to hit on a big play. You also hope that maybe Angleton will unwisely commit a penalty and give you the first down. Delayed blitz. Pinson trying to get away from a pass rusher, and he throws it away, and a flag comes in. I have no idea what it's going to be, but it was thrown in the area where Pinson was being harassed by Gabriel Alexander, and it's a personal foul, grabbing the face mask, and it bails out the Hightower Hurricanes. Angleton is just going to be ripping its collective hair out over that one. They had them right where they wanted them. Somehow Gabriel Alexander accidentally grasped Pinson's face mask. The official kind of saw his head drop, and so you can't argue with that. 15 yards, automatic first down. Now the ball is just inside the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 from right there. And now we'll see if the Canes go back to the running game with 19.5 seconds to go in the third quarter. Under center is Pinson. Gives it to Hankins, hit deep in the backfield, loss of 2. Angleton defense throws him back even farther. A lot of players in there, but I identified Elijah Walker and also Isaiah Williams. And that's going to be a loss of 2 yards. And that'll be the end of the quarter. 12-10 Hightower. That was the same score we had at halftime. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com. If you like dramatic football, we got it for you on a Saturday night. VypeFortBend.com. We'll be back.
Hi, this is Mariela and Melina coming to you from Nick's Italian Restaurant, where you can come and try one of our house specialties, the Nick's Shrimp, or one of our chicken pistachios. Not in the mood for food, you can also try one of our savory desserts like our homemade tiramisu or cannoli.
We're located on FM 1464, just north of Austin High School.
Can't dine in? You can call ahead at 346-401-1546 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Or you can hit us on one of the major delivery platforms, Uber, Grubhub, or DoorDash.
We look forward to seeing you here at Nick's Italian Restaurant, where our family gets bigger every time you stop by.
Second down and a long 12 for Hightower as we open the fourth quarter. The Canes leading 12-10. Pistol formation, and I believe Hankins is still the running back. Nope, it is Misik Dunkombe. They swing it out to him on the left side. Gets near the numbers, and he's belted, and the ball comes out. Bug on the rug, but it is a Hightower recovery. And who saved the day for the Canes out there? How about that, Nico Lawrence? He jumped on the football, and they actually got a yard out of it. So it's now third down and a long 11. So if Hightower's drive stalls out before they get a touchdown and they kick a field goal, then that would force Angleton to score a touchdown to get the lead. Penson on third and 11, looks at the defense, wipes his hands on the sides of his pants, drops back, stands strong, throws a slant, and the ball is tipped up in the air and incomplete. A duel between Isaiah Williams of Angleton and Zion Kearney for Hightower. Now it's fourth and a long 11, and we'll see how much confidence they have in the field goal kicking game. Noe Guzman certainly capable of getting it there, but it appears Hightower is going to go for it rather than expand the lead to 15-10, which they might. You know, if the field goal was successful, they're going to go for it. Ball just outside the 15. Angleton with a four-man front. Penson pump short, now rolls right, looking in the end zone, and here comes the rush, and down he goes, sacked for a loss of 3, and the ball goes over. Angleton came with a rush. Great coverage in the secondary. It was Jaden Allison getting there along with Sean Blanks. Angleton shuttling fresh players in and out, and with 10:59 to go, for the second time in a row, Angleton gets a stop of Hightower when they were backed up into the red zone. 19-yard line. 10:59 to go in the fourth quarter, and Angleton trailing by 2. They've got a long way to go. Ewells fakes a handoff, throws into the flat, and that play worked out pretty well for about a pickup of 8, as it's Karian Bonayabi-Goins. He moves the sticks out to the 26-yard line. Give him 7, not 8, and it's second down and 3. Ewells takes the snap, and now a little counter play. And there goes Goins again. And he gets just what he needs for the first down. In fact, maybe 2 extra yards. I think it's a gain of 5 as he steps past the 30, and that is a first down. Think of First Tyrant Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttyrantauto.com. 2 well-executed plays by the Wildcats. Fake handoff. Ewells is going to keep it. Looking for running room. Running hard and picks up 3. For Hightower, it was Dalen Ellis who wrestled him down. He's a 305-pounder and a sophomore, still growing. The Hightower defense has been on the field quite a bit tonight. Angleton at its own 32, two receivers on either side of the formation. Yules wants to throw, plenty of time deep down the middle. Goins has it, and he's tripped up near the 40-yard line. That could have been a touchdown. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful tackle by Straughter. If he didn't get a hand on the instep of that man, number 9, Carrion Bonayabi Goins, he was going all the way. As it is first down and 10 from the 40-yard line of Hightower. Yules rolling to the right, throws sideline, got a catch and got a first down. Head over heels goes Isaiah Williams with that catch to pick up 11. And now Angleton wanting to play fast. We're in the 3rd minute of the 4th quarter and Angleton trails 12-10. They've got to be fired up about getting 2 stops of Hightower when it looked like the Canes were about to get a touchdown. Yules takes the snap and gives it off over the left side. Short gain that time. Got it back in the hands of Deshaun Thomas. I wondered where he had been. He's back on the field. He just carried for a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5 to go. The new line of scrimmage is the 25-yard line. Yules rolling right, surveying the field. Here comes the rush. He turns it up, breaks 1 tackle, but doesn't break the second one. Gains about 3, and it's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. It's kind of hard to read those gray numbers on the black jerseys, but I'll try. I believe it was Jaden Chibuzo on the tackle. Say that again. 25. Thank you. That's my new best friend. Thaddeus Guidry made the tackle. It's 3rd down and 2. Yules run pass option, keeping it outside the 20, or outside the numbers near the 20, inside the 15-yard line and down to the 14. And that is a first down for your Hightower Hurricanes. And it's looking like for your Angleton Wildcats. And it looks like the Hightower Hurricanes defense is getting a little tired. Jalen Mendez made that last tackle and got up slowly. 1st and 10 from the 15 for Angleton. Moving down near the 8-minute mark. Fake to Deshaun Thomas. Yules steps up. He's going to keep it. 10-yard line and a business decision to go out at the 10. It's a 5-yard pickup. This has been a 7-play drive, and there is a flag down on the play. It's a penalty against Angleton. Both teams have the same disease. Penalties on offense when you get down close, and Angleton caught holding. That's devastating for them. The ball moves back to the 24-yard line. So now it is 1st down and 19. Not as costly as it could have been because it's still 1st down, repeat 1st down. Deshaun Thomas, the setback. Adrian Yules hands it off, and there goes Thomas into the secondary, makes a move. 10-5, touchdown right up the middle for Angleton. 24-yard touchdown run for Deshaun Thomas. Where have you been? Well, he's been on the bench conserving energy, and he looked bright-eyed and bushy-tailed on that one, and Angleton has the lead. 16-12, a score that sounds familiar because that was the score by which Hightower won last week against Manville. Of course, there's a long way to go, 7:56, and now Angleton is going to go for 2, and they want to take a timeout and talk about it. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
That was an Archer Volkswagen scoring drive for the Angleton Wildcats. They went 81 yards in 8 plays, took 4:03 off the clock, and the final 24 yards were straight up the middle to Deshaun Thomas to make it 16-12, and now they will try for 2. They will have the ball on the left hash mark as they try to advance into the north end zone, trying to get a 6-point lead. Yules in the spread. Hightower with a 4-man front, possible blitzing linebacker from the blind side. Yules is rolling to the right, looking at the end zone, flag down. He's going to run it. Hurdles a man near the 5, dives near the goal line. He did not get in, but let's check the flag. So the 2-pointer is no good if the play stands. And one of the Hightower players is signaling holding. Actually, it's against defense. It's a substitution infraction. They had 12 men on the field. Oh, doing Angleton a big favor. So Angleton will get another shot from the 1.5-yard line. Too many men out there for the Hurricanes. 7:56 left in regulation time. So Hightower has scored 2 touchdowns. They missed the extra point kick on the first one, went for 2 and didn't make it on the second one. So making your conversions could loom huge in this game. Now Angleton with the ball at the 1.5-yard line for this conversion attempt has moved the ball to the middle of the field. When they were at the 3, they wanted it on the left hash mark. The clock, of course, does not run on a conversion attempt. Yules looking like a very mature, composed sophomore out there. Takes the snap, keeps it, goes right side, hit near the 2, and he does not get in. Hightower's defense stands up strong. Jaden Chibuzo with part of the tackle at least, and also Thaddeus Guidry. 7:56 to go. Angleton will kick off, now leading for the first time. It's a 4-point lead, 16-12. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything. For what life throws at you, at your kids.
Are they ready to study, research, write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes, extra restrictions apply.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, Office Max, and OfficeDepot.com.
All right, Angleton back ahead, 16-12, and Jose Hernandez, who had a 47-yard field goal at the end of the first half, will kick it off from the 40-yard line with the lime jello salad colored shoes on his feet, and his bang zoom to the moon lands 7 yards deep in the end zone and skitters past the end line. A touchback, and Hightower has to come through with some execution on offense. They've been doing that very well through a lot of the second half, but twice they've gotten inside the 20 and have not scored, and they've got to somehow have a short memory, put that out of their heads. Find the confidence when circumstances have been going against you. Isn't it great, all the lessons these kids learn playing interscholastic sports? Pinson under center. 1st and 10 from the 25. And now they run the jet sweep. It's Caleb Johnson. And he gets 9.5 yards exactly. Submarine tackle, and a nice one from Gabriel Alexander. I think Caleb Johnson is okay. He got up kind of slowly, and he was dropped right at the 34-yard line, kind of went down on his head. But he had, as his head, he didn't land on the crown of his head. Put it that way. He's all right. 2nd and a short one for the Canes. Quarterback sneak. There goes Pinson. That is a first down as he picks up 3 on the sneak. It's a first down. Think of First Tire and Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttireandauto.com. Time is not really an issue for the Hurricanes, but the way they are keeping it on the ground and spinning a lot of clock, they might have to score on this drive. They may not get another possession. Nice spin move near the line of scrimmage and a 2-yard pickup to the 40. Ronald Washington making the tackle for these Angleton Wildcats, and I believe that carry went to someone that hasn't been getting the ball a lot. In fact, maybe not at all. Did they give it to Trevor Knowles on that play? I'm not really sure. It was very crowded. It could have been Brendan Eaglin. 2nd down and 8 for the Canes. 6:18 to go. They trail by 4. And that's a nice play as jumping over the 45-yard line, basically doing a somersault, was Caleb Johnson. Takes it to the 46-yard line. It is going to be 3rd and 2, and this is, I think, the most crucial play of the game so far. The Canes really don't want to punt it away. Angleton has been getting enough yardage where they could use up most, if not all, of the clock if you gave them the ball back. I think it's 2-down territory right here. Got to get to the 48 for a first down. Benson hands it off, and that's going to be a loss of 1. Brendan Eaglin was stopped stone cold. Sean Blanks broke through. They put him right at the 45-yard line. It is 4th and 3 yards to go. The clock will be down to about 5 minutes before the Hurricanes get the play underway. Do they want to call a timeout? They're taking their time here. Play clock is at 18. It will definitely be under 5 minutes to go in regulation time when they snap the ball. Penson goes out there and sets up behind the center. We are under 5 minutes to go. And Angleton takes a timeout. We'll take it with him. This is VypeFortBend.com. We'll be back with more after this from First Tire and Automotive.
First Tire and Automotive is passing out the treats for your vehicles the entire month of October. $25 off select AC Delco batteries, $50 off brake pad replacement, and $75 off 4 tires. Head to the website firsttireandauto.com and claim your savings. You don't even have to wear a costume to get these Halloween treats all month long. First Tire and Automotive, a proud sponsor of Fort Bend Vype Sports. Make your appointments today at any of the 4 convenient locations in Sugar Land and Cinco Ranch. All 4 stores open on Saturday. firsttireandauto.com.
Welcome back. Both teams have discussed their options. And over on the Angleton side, their defensive coordinator has discussed what he expects they need to do. That defensive coordinator, I don't have time to look him up. 4th down and 3. Penson is going to throw the football, swings it out. Caleb Johnson makes one move. He's got the first down and more. 40, 35, 30. One man to beat. There he goes. 10-5 into the end zone. Touchdown, Hightower Hurricanes! Whoa, Nelly, what a play! 54 yards and a touchdown, and they're going nuts on the Hightower side. Kind of a simple play call. Get it out there to your playmaker, Caleb Johnson. He made one move, and he only had to make one more. He was near midfield when he made the first move, and he almost got clotheslined. He fell into the end zone, and now Hightower leading 18-16. Doesn't have enough confidence in the, yes they do, never mind, they're gonna kick it. Sorry, I thought they were gonna line up and run a play, go for 2. But it is gonna be Noe Guzman to kick the extra point that would make it a 3-point game, and there's a flag. Delay of game by the Canes, that's not good. Guzman, I think, has a plenty good leg to get it there, but if you don't need to make it 5 yards longer, then don't do it. Somehow they did not get organized in time. The play clock ran out. So now it's as long as a 25-yard field goal. Guzman is ready. The snap bounces back there. It's panic time. Fire, fire, fire. The ball is on the loose. And it is picked up by Angleton and a tackle made there. So foiled on the extra point attempt. So hanging out there like a big matzo ball hanging out your nose. It's a 2-point lead, not 3, with 4:43 left. Oh, heaven help me. We'll be back.
Are you ready?
Ready for anything. For what life throws at you, at your kids.
Are they ready to study, research, write papers?
To do all the amazing things they don't even know they're capable of yet.
Internet Essentials from Comcast brings affordable, high-speed internet to your home for only $9.95 a month. Now available to low-income households eligible for public assistance programs like Medicaid, the National School Lunch Program, SNAP, housing assistance, and others. Visit InternetEssentials.com to apply. No credit check, contract, or installation fee. Taxes, extra restrictions apply.
So let me describe for you what happened on that failed extra point kick. Nico Lawrence was the holder. Not his fault, but the snap to him bounced back there. He had no choice but to grab the ball, yell fire, and try to make a play. He was running to his right. In hot pursuit were the Angleton Wildcats. They caused a fumble. Jaden Allison picked it up. He was quickly tackled. So, still 18-16. Guzman kicks it off, and the ball taken at the 8-yard line. And up the numbers on the near side, and a pretty good kickoff return to the 29 by their all-purpose man, Mialik Woods. So it is a 2-point game. 18-16, Hightower leads it, 4:37 to go. And we know that Jose Hernandez is a great field goal kicker. He's already made a 47-yarder. The ball is at their 29-yard line as the Wildcats take over. And they have 2 timeouts according to the scoreboard. Jaden Brooks is back in there at quarterback. He hands the ball off, running over the left side. Only a 1-yard gain for Jaden Allison. Correction, Deshaun Thomas. And Angleton has taken its sweet time as well. They have 3 receivers on the right side of the formation, and the single receiver on the near side is Andre Rice. Brooks takes the snap, fakes a draw, throws over the middle, got a first down. Got it out to the 42, a quick dart to Karian Bonayabi Goins. And to save time and syllables, I'm just going to call him Goins from here on out. Ball at the 41. That's a first down. Think of First Tyrant Automotive for all your car care needs. Check them out at firsttyrantauto.com. Goins in motion. Brooks gives it off on the jet sweep. Deshaun Thomas gets the sideline, gets across midfield, runs over one tackler at the end of the play. Credit Strotter with bringing him down, but they move the sticks again. 3:37 to go. 2 timeouts in their pocket. And the Wildcats are moving right smart down the field. They have it at the 40. Brooks takes the snap and hands it off to Thomas. Up the middle he goes, dives down to the 45. Pickup of 4.5. I noted on a previous drive, in fact, I think it was that last Angleton touchdown drive, that the Hightower defense was looking a little bit tired. Beware. 2nd down and 5.5. Brooks, with 20 on the play clock, takes the snap. Gives it to Deshaun Thomas up the middle, breaking tackles, and he gets inside the 30 to the 29, and a timeout to move the sticks. And I think it's a timeout by the Hightower defense. Their defense may be gassed. What does the ref say? Okay, well, that's a break for the Hightower defense, holding on Angleton. Both offenses have really hurt themselves with penalties. So instead of a first down inside the 30, which is what Angleton would otherwise have, they now have it at the Hightower 46, and it's 2nd and long. 2nd and 16 to be exact. And the clock is now running again under 3 minutes. 2:42, 2:41. Caden Brooks takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. He's going to keep it. Gets outside the numbers near the 40 and goes down at the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 7. That'll set up a 3rd down and 9. Definitely 4-down territory for Angleton. If you're the Wildcats, you definitely want to get at least some of it right here. Before they snap it on 3rd and 9, there will be fewer than 2 minutes to go. Caden Brooks at the controls. Looks over to his left now, takes the snap, rolls to his left, and fires a one-hopper. Incomplete near the 32. He was trying to get it to Goins. And if Hightower can hold on this 4th and 9 coming up, they won't necessarily have the game wrapped up because Angleton does have a couple of timeouts they can use. Brooks looks over at the big placard sign on the offensive bench area, or the Angleton bench area, and they've got to convert right here. A lot of fans on their feet chanting defense. Brooks drops back, they give him time, he throws the passes, batted down! It is batted down and incomplete. The ball will go over to Hightower, and it was Kaishun Smith who knocked it down for the Canes. 1:47 to go. 2 timeouts left for Angleton, but it is desperation time for the Cats. Well, there are a lot of things that the Canes will need to clean up before their next game. They have made some mistakes that I don't think they'll be able to get away with if they're saying they're playing against, let's say, Katy Paetow, perhaps Foster. They can work on those, but they've got to spend some clock. The main thing is ball security here. Penson is not taking a spread formation snap. He is underneath the center. Takes the snap, turns around, hands it off. That's going to be a no gain or a tackle for loss. Not much there, as he gave it to Andreas Misick-Duncombe. And Angleton immediately calls its 2nd timeout. 1:41 to go. They just want to get the ball back and get in field goal range before they run out of time. VypeFortBend.com. VypeFortBend.com broadcasts of Hightower Hurricanes football, brought to you by Xfinity, the future of awesome. By First Tire and Automotive. Make sure your vehicles are in shape for the fall. First Tire and Automotive has 4 great locations in Fort Bend County. For the best prices on tires, go to firsttireandauto.com. By Nick's Italian Restaurant on FM 1464 in Sugar Land, just a few hundred feet north of Austin High School. At Nick's Italian Restaurant, their family gets bigger every time you stop by. By Archer Volkswagen on the southbound side of Highway 59, just inside the Sam Houston Tollway. Open since 1956 and ready to serve you. You'll feel like family at Archer Volkswagen. 2nd down and 10. Penson out of the spread. Breaks a couple of tackles near the line of scrimmage. Dives across the 45 to the 46. And another timeout taken by Angleton. And when we get 3rd down, it'll be 3rd down and 4. They stop the clock with 1:35 to go. Angleton is out of timeouts. So if Hightower does not get the 1st down on this upcoming 3rd down play, I'm sure they will let the clock tick as much as they can and maybe either take a delay of game penalty or call a timeout themselves. They, the Hurricanes, have 1 left. And these fans are tired. They've been rooting hard in this very tense ball game. They've gone quiet here. Angleton breaks its huddle. And you know, I didn't name their defensive coordinator earlier. That's Gilbert Gardner. Hightower on the left hash, moving left to right. They need 4 yards to really put this game on ice. If they come up short and they have to punt it away, Angleton will have a chance. Penson in the spread now. Takes the snap, hands it off straight ahead, and that is close to a first down. Oh, it is right at it. Oh my goodness, it is Brendan Angleton who carried the football. It depends on the spot. They've got to measure this. They can't just wave the sticks down the field. I think the Canes have it based on the spot. I think they have it, and if they do, this game will belong to them. But I think they are going to bring the sticks out. And when they stretch that chain out, they'll say first down for Hightower. And there will be a wild celebration in those wearing the gray, the black, and the forest green. Here come the sticks from the far side. Unless there's a rubber band in that chain, and I'm sure there's not because I inspected it before the game began. Hightower will have the nose of the football beyond the needed stick, or the stick of need. How should I say that? It is a first down. Hightower, 18-16 is going to be the final score. All they have to do is take a knee 2, maybe 3 times, and that will be that. So it is going to have been, it will have been a very successful weekend for Fort Bend ISD teams against teams from other places. On Friday night, Travis beat George Ranch. And earlier today, Marshall beat Sharpstown. Pinson takes a knee. And the clock will tick, tick, tick. It will get under 40 seconds before Hightower has to snap it again, and I think that snap will be the final one of the game. Well, it wasn't pretty at times. Both teams made mistakes. It was a dramatic game, a lot of passion, a lot of great effort, a lot of energy spent out on the field this evening. We're under a minute to go, and Hightower watching the clock tick. Now they will assemble, and they're in victory formation. Pinson will take yet another snap. There's the snap and the kneel down before the play clock expired, and that will be all. The two teams will line up and come along the 50-yard line and shake hands. Great respect, an intense game. Angleton fought hard, and this has to be a tough defeat for them to accept. Their first defeat of the season. And Hightower realizes that they got away with some mistakes, but their effort overcame those errors. And congratulations to the Canes. The clock has run out, and that will do it. VypeFortBend.com broadcast of Hightower High School football has been brought to you by the Needville Insurance Agency. Bradley Stavanaugh and his team are your hometown trusted agents. Yeah, Flo's funny. The gecko's cute and all, but they're not going to have the best rate for you. You don't need to do anything other than call Bradley Stavanaugh or just go to his website. They can get you the best rate. Needville Insurance Agency, their phone number is 979-793-7411 or visit needvilleinsurance.com. And our coverage has also been brought to you by Office Depot in Sugar Land, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace, taking care of business every day, so VypeFortBend.com can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. Our coverage next week, Tuesday night volleyball, full shirt at Kempner, coming your way at 6:37, depends on when the JV match ends. We'll have that for you. Thursday night football, 5:45 is the time for the countdown to kickoff show before we bring you Elkins against Clements. On Friday night, the countdown to kickoff show starts at 6:45 before we bring you the Dulles Vikings and the Ridgepoint Panthers. And on Saturday, we'll have a morning countdown to kickoff show at 10:45 a.m. as the Terry Rangers come here to take on the Kempner Cougars. And then the nightcap will be a 6 o'clock kickoff and a 5:45 countdown to kickoff as it's Travis against Bush. Again, our final score, Hightower 18, Angleton 16. The Canes escape by the skin of their teeth. We'll let the band play you out. Good night and God bless everybody. We will talk to you next week. This is VypeFortBend.com, your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports.
got caught in it.